and I'm going places, can't fake it. My heart is so cold, my energy is contagious. All the pain, I can't take it. I'm staying grounded and graceful, cause I know everything that I've been through only made me count my blessings daily. Yeah, they've been acting shady, but I don't take it personal. The memory's fading, I'm enjoying the moment. I've been smelling the roses, taking time to reflect, stepping back, the truth unfolding, unfolding. Got nothing to prove, cause I'm about to blow. I've been in the booth, speaking through my soul. You know that I'm true, either way it go, either way it goes. I cannot turn cold, staying on the low. I've been protecting my soul. If your intentions are not pure, I can't let you get too close, cause I'm vibrating high. Ain't got time for your ego, these niggas quit to turn their back. Acting like the amigos, they never cared in the shows. Wasn't with you at your lows, assuming that you gonna fold. But baby, I've been growing ever since I let you go. And I've been doing better, and I know that hurts to know. Hurts to know. Only good vibes around me, and that's for sure. Only good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't lie. Only need good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. You see me searching for my inner peace. I've been learning more about myself and my purpose. Truth always come to the surface. Was hurting, but I had to heal. Releasing all the pain that I always held. Been going through some changes, I'll make it still. Protecting my soul to keep it real. Only need good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't lie. Only need good vibes, good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes.
Okay, welcome everyone. Let's see if we have sound here. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, I think we may have sound. So we are rolling. And hey, what's up with everyone on a Friday night? Welcome in, everyone. All you new viewers, if it's your first time here, welcome in. We will be doing something a little different this Friday night. Uh, and so I hope that you enjoy the show and maybe explore some more of the channel. Check out what else we have going on here. There's a lot between the videos, the live streams, and the community page. I think there's a lot for you to explore here, and I implore you to do so. If you've never seen Delphi, I have plenty of amazing drone footage that I took in Delphi about a year ago. And if you look into the video section, you'll find those. If you are interested in various receipts from over the years regarding the Delphi case, I implore you to check out the community page. There's a lot there. And if you're into checking out discussions regarding the case and all of the surrounding anomalies with the case, I implore you to check out the older live streams that have been posted. So, with that being said, welcome to the channel, and those longtime viewers, welcome back to the channel. Normally on Friday nights, we do a very much a back and forth between the chat and myself. But tonight I decided to do something a little different, and I asked someone who may not be known to you if you're new to the case, and his name is Alex Voorhies. I asked him to come on and answer some questions, both from myself and from the chat, and so he will be on in a moment, and we'll introduce him to you if you are new. Um, and with that being said, I'd like to welcome everyone in the chat so far, and everyone lurking, please join the chat. It's a nice, friendly place. We don't let a lot of meaning back and forth go on in the chat. So if you're just relaxing and lurking, join the chat. We'll make sure that it's a comfortable place for you. So with that being said, welcome in Mike Phillips, Hunting Evil, True Crime. Welcome in Shay Watson. Welcome in Crystal Blue Persuasion. Let me throw some comments up here. Yeah. Okay, Shay Watson and Bobby Smith, welcome in. Welcome in, Bobby Smith. All right. Hello, Prof. And hello, Tracy Fleetwood. And Icy Cat. Good evening. I mostly lurk, but in a good way. All right. Shay Watson, Crystal Blue, Icy Cat. All right. D. Ashley. All right. Tammy Martin. Welcome, Tammy Martin. Good to see you here. Hello. And Chevy Killer. What's up, chat and Prof? How's everyone doing? We're doing good. All right. Dominic. Yo, who is that good vibes girl? She's talented. That's Aya the Light. Aya the Light. And I contacted her and asked her for permission to use her music, and she graciously allowed. So every time you hear that, just say thank you to Aya the Light, because she's a wonderful artist. Okay, please play some drone footage. Welcome, Frenchie6290 and Sunflower Soul 615. Good evening, everyone. Okay, Lambert Co. Welcome back, Lambert Co. All right. Welcome in Rick H. New Zealand is watching. Thank you, Rick. Bill, hello, Prof. And chat, hello. And Nancy Drew, what's up, Nancy Drew? Say hello to you. Long-time viewer, Melon, good to see you back. Long time no see. All right. Good evening to all. Peace and love to all. And that is my message. Okay. All right. So, now that I know the chat's working, and that's working out all right, let's do this. All right. So, tonight we will be welcoming someone known to those of you who follow the case, named Alex Voorhies. Okay. And for those of you who are new to the case and who may be looking at a Delphi stream for the first time, or checking out some of the various channels for the first time, this will be an opportunity for you to get to know who Alex Voorhies is, about some of his contributions to the case, theories on the case, opinions, and a little background. So what we'll be doing is I'll be inviting him in momentarily, and we will be we'll be talking to him, introducing him to you guys. Those of you who already know Alex somewhat, please bear with us. This will be a refresher for all the new viewers, to introduce Alex to the community at large, those who are not already familiar with him. Anyhow, with that being said, I look forward to it. I plan on having a very good discussion tonight, and really getting into, ultimately, getting into what's important, and that's the truth about this case, and some attempt at a solution to the murders of Abby and Libby. And I know that's what's important to all of you. And anyhow, so that's all of our ultimate goal. And it's with me, after discussing with Alex. I know that it's his ultimate goal, just like all of you in the chat. So so that's a good thing. So let's see. Is a God thing welcome in? Okay. And Chevy Killer and everyone else, welcome into everyone now. Once we get rolling, I won't be able to say hello to everyone coming in the chat, but everyone, please welcome those who joined the chat as we're in progress. And also, there will be an opportunity for a Q&A. So towards the end of the program, we're going to do a look at all the questions. So please keep your questions in mind. And anyway, everyone here, please help welcome Alex to the show. I'm going to try to get him up now. So everyone, please welcome Alex on in. Be good to Alex.
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me? Is the mic
all right? Is Alex Voorhies? Sounds okay. It could be louder, but sounds good.
All right, hell yeah. Damn. Let me boost. Let me see if I can boost this audio. Blah 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 blah. iPhone microphone. Yeah, let me see. What about this? Is it louder now? Oh, fucking way up close. Maybe. Oh, he's muted right now. Oh, there we go. It's good to see you, man.
All right. Hey, yeah, good to see you. Hey, so welcome in. I think you're sounding good enough. I think we're good to go.
All right. Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, you seem to be out in a vehicle. Are you driving or sitting?
No, somebody else is driving. I'm just sitting. We're gonna be back in soon though.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Everyone says sound is good. Okay. Tracy says sound is good. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, Alex, thanks for joining us tonight. I think I'd like to get started and just sort of introducing you to all of the first-time viewers or people who have not really heard your story before. I think that's important, and everyone is saying hello in the chat. Cool. Good.
Hell yeah, I can't see the chat right now, unfortunately, but.
Okay, good. Yeah. I'll let you know. So let's see. How do I want to start this? So Alex, you come from a background that's I figured we talked earlier. You said you'd be really forthcoming with our audience tonight. So you come from a background that obviously you're familiar with the internet. How would you describe your early forays into the internet world, if you had to do so?
Like someone who doesn't know you. Commando, MySpace, dude. I used to troll people on early YouTube, like movie stars that had like YouTube accounts. It was so funny, man. I had a blast back then. But yeah, I was on Republic Commando gaming chats. I put a lot of time in Republic Commando. That was like an old Star Wars game. So that was pretty fun. And I was just like always getting into it with people. And then, man, what else? Yeah, I had a computer from a young age. I think when I was like, it's probably about like 12, 11, maybe, when I got my own desktop in my room. And, yeah, I got an Alienware at one time back when those were cool. Even, back then, it was a gimmick or whatever, but it was so cool, And yeah, dude, I would just spend summers trolling people. I would be on Xfire, which was the earlier version of like Discord, basically. And yeah, then where my first dabbling in with cybercrime was during the recession. This was like 2008, 2009. You couldn't get a job anywhere, like even a crappy job. As a young kid, it was super highly competitive. So I made my own job. I was straight up scamming people on auto parts sites, like and music sites and watch sites. So what I would do, you make a product, like you take somebody else's pictures back then, and you say you have it, and then you really don't have it. So people pay you through like Western Union, and then you just run away with the money. But I wasn't scamming elderly people. It was like all young kids that were buying like luxury items or stuff like that. The watch forums, I got kicked out of there pretty quick, and that did have an older audience. But my bread and butter ended up becoming auto parts, for sure, like car springs and stuff. And I got caught up with that, when I was younger, and then I got in trouble, but I still did it here and there, but it just kept getting harder and harder because, Western Union started cracking down on how you could pick up the money. They started putting more restrictions and stuff, so it's like, that joyride ended. But for a while, it was pretty good, dude. It was a good time, I was making like just enough to be happy, But oh man, it was sick, dude. It was so sick. But that was a good time. I'm not a huge fan, like scamming people, dude. There was one guy, he was like saying that I like ruined his kid's holiday or something, and then people were like, dude, those are like luxury car springs that you got, like had nothing to do with your kids, But yeah, I remember I had to pay restitution when I got caught for that, and a lot of the people lied how much I scammed from them. So they said, like, let's say I scammed 100, they were saying like 300. So the judge caught on, and what the judge did, because he didn't like that from them, was he paid all my court fines off with the restitution that I paid. But nobody likes a thief or any of that stuff. So it's a good, you got to get burned like that early to, not do that stuff. Cause it doesn't matter if the kids or people are spoiled or whatever. It's just like, doing that type of stuff is, grody or whatever. But, at the time during the recession, dude, I was loving it. Cause it's basically like to me, it was like an early version of, work at home, in a way. So I was loving it, dude. I was blowing my money, go to Claim Jumpers a lot, Active, the skate shop, was buying like hoodies, and going to Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, Universal Studios, shit. Yeah, I was going all over the place, man. Vans shoe store. And, I didn't have like, I wasn't big on clothes as far as like having luxury taste, but I was just like blowing money like crazy on stupid shit, and it was a fun time, man. It was a fun time. But yeah, it came to an end, and after that, I was helping my mom out with her work, and then I got my first like real job like on my own through that, and then it's been a bunch of odd jobs since that. But like later on, what would happen is I would have spurs like that doing, like cybercrime, whatever, and then I go dormant for a while, and do hobbies like it could be 3D music stuff, whatever, and then after a couple years, I go back into it. So I've done that like with 3D as well. I've done that. I've had like crazy runs where, like for instance, the past like 2 years, I haven't had much going on as far as like cool, anything cool going on with tech, to be honest, not that much. But yeah, like the years before, I was doing pretty good for a little while, man. But yeah, you get complacent too, or you get bored. So you get complacent if you're getting like money or chicks off it, girlfriend, whatever, then you get complacent, and then, it blows up, and then you start the cycle all over again elsewhere, But, that's pretty much it, dude. I was pretty much a nerd. I was like, I used to be really shy when I was younger, like really, really, really shy, dude. Like, like that, dude, like silent shy. And then, brain chemistry changes over the years. And then I'll tell you what, alcohol for me, it hasn't been the best, but it definitely helped me as far as, even when I'm not drinking, not having fear or anxiety. But I am still awkward sometimes in person, it's like shit like that, and I'm not like the most confident ever, but I'm definitely better than what I was for sure, you just get, with time, you just get over it, you get used to shit. But, I was I was super nerdy, dude. I was into Star Wars and shit like that, like hardcore when it was still, when chicks didn't like Star Wars. That was my big thing, and shit like that, dude. But man, I might go dead here real quick. I heard the dead zone getting inside the house. So.
Oh, looks like it's glitching out bad. Yeah. So see if it catches itself. No, it's glitching out pretty bad.
it's still glitching. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing.
Oh, wow, you're suddenly in a
Whoa.
house. Okay. All right, good. So
Hell yeah, dude.
that's
When
much
you did,
better. Okay, so let's see. What can I say to that?
hell yeah.
So yeah, how old were you back then? Yeah, like in those years you were just discussing.
Like 13 to like 15 for, or maybe 17 for Pelican Mountain. And then all the scamming, like cybercrime stuff took off. Probably like, yeah, I was probably like 17 or 19 when that happened.
Teenager,
And the
scamming
first,
teenager.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? I was really desperate for money, dude. I had a Captain Beefheart album, and I got a Sharpie and I autographed it, like counterfeit, and I sold it on eBay for $50. And once that happened, dude, like the lights went off, dude. It was off to the races. But what people would do back then to be like, well, how do I know you have the product you say you did? What I would do, the monitor, I would have a picture of the product. So let's say it was mostly coilovers, like car suspension, like Teen, KW, H&R Springs. And I would write a piece of paper with like the date and their username, whatever. And the way you would take the picture, like with the BlackBerry or iPod Touch, the compression made it so it looked like what was on the monitor was real and the paper was in that same like space. So that would, close out a lot of deals for me back then. But yeah, dude, it was a crazy time, man. You learn, yeah, it's just sales tactics basically. But Western Union, it is some grody. Like you do feel like a grody, like an Indian scammer, dude. I just say it, man, or a Nigerian scammer. All those people where Western Union is heavy in their country, and that's like what they do. That's all they can do sometimes, or what's popping over there. But yeah, dude, and dude, I found out Western Union's been open since like I think it was one of the first 10 companies on the stock market or something like that. But yeah, and as far as hacking and stuff, yeah, I started off back then. It was just like, yeah, just Kali Linux and cracking neighbors, WEP, stuff like that. Simple stuff. Everybody was doing that crap back then, but it was like back then it was more computer to computer or computer to website. It wasn't, people didn't really care to get into people's phones and stuff like that back then, or cloud. There was like, yeah, wasn't cloud architecture. It was like companies had their own like server, rooms and shit within the company. But yeah, dude, it got crazy, man. It got it went crazy, dude. But yeah, man.
Well, yeah. So okay. So let's see. So that's quite a long time ago, and but I'm glad you came forward with that because well, I'll admit to the audience and to you that we did extensive background checks on yourself, just like everyone in the case, and
Oh yeah, I got crazy stuff.
I saw a lot of that. What I dug up was a lot of that exactly. Like the rims and the musical instruments and the stuff like that, and
Watches. Yeah.
and, the Rolexes, yeah, the watches, the Rolex forums.
Yeah, dude, so
But so
it was that, man.
were you busted by them tracking your bank account basically, where things would track back to your bank account? Is that how they caught you?
Yeah, like forums, the forums were the ones that were coughing up my stuff to the cost. What really did me in is I was guy, like he was flipping out on it. It was one guy in particular I like flat out that took his money and stuff, he was going nuts, dude. That's what got me in trouble for sure, dude. That's like what kicked it all off, And then once that happened, yeah, they used IC3 and what was the other fucking shit? not Western Union, but they track. Yeah, basically they track my number through IC3 and my name. That's the thing. I was so back then and stupid. I was just using my real fucking name. Like first, I'm like, the cops won't care. It's too little, but yeah, eventually they do add it up. Even like that's what my thinking back then. Like that's how every criminal gets caught. Usually when they have a scheme going, is, you have rules that you think will never.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he was getting pretty glitchy there, so maybe he'll fix his connection and come right back. I noticed he was starting to glitch out there. So apologize for that. He'll be back. Oh, there he is. Let's see. We'll get him up here.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah,
White
you were
World.
glitching out
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
bad before he dropped. You were starting to glitch again.
Oh God, is it glitching still now?
It's a little weird, but it's doable.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna move space. What about now? It's like those old Verizon commercials, man. What about now?
Yeah.
It's still glitching?
No, it's good. It's
Hell
that
yeah,
wall.
man.
It's the wall
But,
you were by. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's see. So I just bring that all up because you know, in speaking with a lot of people and also myself. So you know, clearly you do use your own name. Uh, you do have a little bit of a scammer background, and another thing
Yeah,
that
shady past, yeah.
another thing people allege that that I wanted you to answer to, if you want to in some way, is the there's a persistent rumor that's been floating around, and we spoke about it a little, but there's a guy named Dennis Sikovich, and they were there's been people spreading around the fact that they believe that that you hacked Dennis Sikovich because he's the brother of a prosecutor in Miami County. And can you tell me and the audience anything about Dennis Sikovich?
Yeah, I have the original DMs. What started that? He was, well, I don't know if it was exactly him, but somebody with his username, like it was his name, like switched around. They were posting weird crap on Reddit at the time. This was before arrest, so somebody sent me his Reddit, and they're like, "Can you find out who this is?" And so we found out that it was that guy, and then everybody stopped being weird about it because they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy, he's one of my sources or my friend's source, whatever." So we kind of left it at that. But yeah, I never hacked into his stuff. You know, they could subpoena, they could talk to Yahoo, whoever. I never got in there, but yeah, the method I did find him or whatever, it's like, it's everybody know. I've talked about it a bunch, dude. And it's talked about way elsewhere too, but yeah, it that method you can hack people with, but not always though. Like some places you need more than that. Well, most places you need more than that, especially these days. But as far as finding usernames and shit, it's still good. You know, it's useful. But yeah, he was posting odd shit, and I could pull it up. It's in my Facebook still. Like what he was saying that was so odd. You know.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I
let's
might.
back up a little because I mean I know you're going fast because you understand the situation, but I'm pretty much clueless,
Yeah.
and I know most people listening will be. So let's back it up. So you say this Dennis Sikovich, you are saying that there was a Reddit user who appeared to be the same guy, um, and that he was saying things that were suspect to you and your friends. Uh-oh, I think we lost you again.
No, can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. Okay.
I'm here. Yeah, I'll have to find the original comment he made on Reddit that was so it was like eye catching to everybody, you know.
So what's the story? So
I have
put
this.
him in context, if you don't mind, for me again. What was it about him that, and who was it that? What did you guys? Who were you? Who were you guys, and why were you looking at Dennis? Can you explain that?
It was me and Matt Sullivan. Matt Sullivan hit me up and he's like, "Hey, this guy saying weird shit." on Reddit, this account, and then he sent me a screenshot. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it pertained to crime scene info, not Keegan Klein shit. And then we tracked him down. Once I tracked him down, it was like that day the alarm went on. Like basically, Matt stopped being as concerned because he's like, oh, that I know who that is. Like, all right, it's good, you know. So I went from POI, possible POI suspect, to like, oh, this is like somebody who would know this type of stuff, basically. At that time, I didn't know any better, you know.
Oh, and so is there a connection to him being some sort of leaker for the prosecution? Is that the vibe that I'm sensing here?
At the time, yeah, people were guessing that. They're like, oh, we think he's the leaker, or a leaker, or he's my source, or whatever. But yeah, I think that could be the vibe. But you know, thinking back on it, the stuff he was saying was kind of like even that Reddit account was kind of wacky compared to what we know now. Just like,
Yeah,
it's like me back then. Remember, and other people, like the orange cleaner on the crime scene. It's
right,
like, obviously that's not true, you know, at this point. So it's like, yeah, that it's back then. It was
Okay,
what was considered inside info. Yeah.
So let me understand it, because it, like I say, it's hard for me to keep up. So you're saying that there was sort of a belief that he was either a leaker or leaker.
Yeah, dude. There was
and that he
too
was
many
getting
people.
information from the prosecutor regarding Delphi. So, but maybe from
back then,
maybe from law enforcement or some source, that was the feeling of Matt Sullivan and yourself and others.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it wasn't the prosecutor back then so much. It was because that wasn't like even really. It was pretty much Ives and whoever else that like.
Oh, right,
was,
right. Law enforcement. But I guess I'm confusing it because his brother just happens to be the prosecutor for Miami County, Jeff Sinkovic. So that's and Jeff was one of the. It was Jeff's office that prosecuted Keegan Klein. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, dude, because a lot of people were getting leaked shit, you know, word of mouth, basically back then. But a lot of the shit, a lot of the stuff was like really bunk, kooky stuff. Looking back at it, you know, but there was nuggets of truth here and there. But it was, even when it was true, it wasn't anything super helpful, you know, in hindsight.
Yeah,
But
I would say this. Okay, as far as the Lee Kerr stuff, you know, we know now that all of that shit is bunk kooky shit. You know.
yeah, it was definitely a crazy troll.
But we
you
don't.
know?
So let me ask you this: who do you think at this point in time? Who do you think was Lee Kerr?
Oh man, I know. I won't. I'll just say conceptually, dude. It was, you know, I could say this: if it weren't for me, Snay, a couple other people, that shit would still be going on to this day. They'd be trolling and doing weird shit. But yeah, I think I mean, yeah, I've
Say
named
it.
them
Wait,
before.
I'm sorry.
I think
You
it
glitched
was.
out a bit. So you were saying that. So I said, do you have a gut feeling of who might have been the person responsible for Lee Kerr? And you said that you and Snay and someone else kind of shut that shit down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it's so messy. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, is it glitching?
It's
There
glitching
was
again.
like,
I'm trying to extract out of you what's your feelings about Lee Kerr, like who that might have been, because we know that that's crazy shit now. It's like none of it adds up, you know.
yeah,
It's
the
kind of
only
like
thing notable
kind of
about
like
it is that yeah.
the what's the guy's name? Uh
Oh,
oh
I know who you're
man.
talking about.
Anyway,
Fuck True Crime Jesus or another one?
no, I'm thinking about the guy with the text messages to Anna Williams about the crime scene and nothing makes sense. It's all lies. You know.
Oh, exactly. That's what a lot of that type of information was like back then. Even for other cases similar, and it's not so much that
it's like the culprit trying to troll. A lot of it's just like yeah, I don't know how it gets to that stage, you know. It's like people blend in other rumors with stuff they saw, or they just didn't know and they were like lying, saying they knew but they didn't see it. I don't know how it goes, man, but there was a lot of that going on, man, and it happens on other cases too, you know. But yeah, as far as Lee Kerr, yeah, I've said who I think it was, and I'm pretty sure it was them, dude. But
Well, who do you think? Everyone's saying who? Come on, Alex, tell. Who do you think it was? Who do you think?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'll say
you
that.
You can always say no. You can say no.
I mean, yeah, I've said it before, but basically, yeah, whoever had other weird because they had the Snapchat information early on, so they had the Keegan Klein knowledge. Let's say Keegan Klein's not involved at just right. We'll say that, right? And he could be involved, whatever. They knew about that the Snapchat thing would be a bigger deal than what it was at the time. They knew it would become a big deal before the presser. So those same people knew other stuff that would become a bigger deal later on as well, you know? So I don't think that was law enforcement. And if it is, you know, I mean, we'll find out eventually, I think, you know, but yeah, dude. Yeah, that was odd for sure, but
well, there's a lot of theories of who Lee Kerr was, and I have
like
my
the
own.
Creepiest one. Yeah, the creepiest one. I know who it is, but there was like, you gotta remember, there was other YouTubers and shit at the time that were using it to push their narrative and not involved with the creepy foreknowledge, like actual foreknowledge that the creepy one had, you know. So they would just go on Reddit and post their shit, you know, to hype up their channel or narrative going. But you know, there was a lot of people doing that, and that's what made it so convoluted and shit, you know. And
well, you know, some people say it was Matt Sullivan himself. Some people say it was HCC. Some people say it was this Dennis Sinkovich guy. Some people say, oh
yeah, it was
man,
the other one.
there's so
that
many.
was law enforcement, the court clerk.
Yeah, and some people even have pointed towards your favorite true crime couple. So there, I don't know. There's been a lot, but what I always go back to is it doesn't fucking matter for me because it was all bullshit. But I don't know. You know, people are asking if you have an opinion. I know if you don't want to name names, don't name names. But we're kind of getting sidetracked here. I just wanted to ask specifically about the Dennis Sinkovich stuff because that's kind of like some of the slander that or the questions that are going around regarding your participation. So,
if I hacked, yeah.
So speaking of that, for our new viewers who haven't really ever heard you talk before, tell us or introduce maybe yourself to the new viewers as far as what things have you done that you feel have contributed in one way or another to this case here.
As far as solo world, like what we know now, I was like screaming, going crazy like the month before Balance of the Rest. I was probably like going the most nuts. I was definitely like causing the scene. So like,
oh, you know, that's pretty much
pretty
bad again. You're glitching
like
out
that solo world. God damn, dude. This place must be. I need to get the fucking Wi-Fi code on this motherfucker. Wait, hold on. I think I do have it. Hold on. I got this motherfucker. Dude, we're gonna rectify this situation right now, bro. Let's see. Yeah, I hope it doesn't. I don't think it'll boot me out, dude. Hold on. Yeah, I got it, man. I got it. So hold on.
Good.
Yeah, I do have some other stuff I do want to say, man. But yeah. Join.
I'll let you get that signal straight.
Don't do that BS.
So I'll start you off for. I'll start off for the. I'll get us kicked off while he gets the thing straight. So, So part of Alex's infamy in the Delphi case is regarding his quote unquote hacking of Keegan Klein, and well, let's see if he comes back on, and I'll let him explain that to everyone, because there's actually there's some there, so to speak. So I'll let him. Hopefully, he'll get that signal happening and come back on.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I might have. Yeah, hold on, man. I got you, man. I'm gonna rectify this situation right now. Let's see. Hell yeah, bro. Is it showing my face right now, or is it just audio?
Just audio.
All right, hold on. I got you. All right, hold on. I'm coming on another device. Hold on. Wait.
All right.
Hey. All right. Hell yeah. Oh, wait. Hell yeah, bro.
That's better. That's better.
So what type in there? Hey, peace. With H. Yeah. All right, make it happen. Wait. Does it work? Oh wait, is it glitching out still?
No, it's better. It's better. It's good now.
Hell yeah! All right, we rectified it. Hell yeah.
You don't want to.
Nah,
Okay.
it's all good. Fuck it. This is way better. Yeah, sorry about that, peeps. Little wife Lily. She's freaking hilarious, bro. Oh yeah, so man, what were we talking about? Keegan Klein. So Keegan Klein, I found I was telling Prof on the phone, dude. I found Eleanor 18, and it was me and the team. And there was a chick on the team, dude. Couple actually. So I gotta give, I'm not gonna give them credit. They know who they are, dude. It was a team, a lot of people brighter than me, and they kind of sifted through some bulk data for me and pointed me in the right direction of who to talk to, and it worked out. Worked out pretty good.
No, that's pretty cryptic. So let's talk again for the newcomers. So Eleanor, so let's talk about Keegan and Eleanor, and maybe like you and your friends. What'd you find out about Keegan and Eleanor, 18?
They talk like they did sex off those image boards and stuff, but yeah, she was a runner, dude. She, that had happened. Her and Keegan talking when she was younger, like 2017. She was a grown woman by the time I got to her. She was like an adult, a legal adult, but she had moved from Germany to USA. So when she talked to Keegan, she was in Germany. When she moved here, it was USA. But yeah, she ended up cooperating and testifying at Keegan's trial. But as far as any Delphi-centric work, even if Keegan's not connected or nothing else connected, that's probably like the one that actually went the farthest as far as court stuff that I know about. Yeah, let's try it. Well, hold on, Prof. I think I'm gonna enter this freaking studio, dude. Hell yeah! Oh wait.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Let's try that.
All right, let's try that.
Hell yeah! Hey, do you have the backpack? Hell yeah, dude! Hell yeah, dude! I look like I'm in Harry Potter, bro. Fuck yeah! Can you hear me?
Yeah, better, much better.
Oh, that's sick! Hell yeah, dude! This is sick, dude.
Hi, Prof.
Bro, yeah, it's awkward, bro. But hey, it was a last minute thing. This wasn't planned. Prof hit me up on the way here, dude. We had to make it happen, bro. Bro, yeah, dude. I knew it would happen, dude. Hell yeah, dude. But no, I ain't gonna get crazy or anything. But yeah, those Sinkovich, dude. I do think whatever leaker accounts are still left open, I do think those need to be subpoenaed for sure, dude. Especially any of them on Facebook that are left. For sure, dude. That would
Say
answer.
that again. Say that again real loud for the people, because that's important. People should hear it.
Yeah, any Facebook leaker accounts, especially any creeper ones that didn't get deleted, and there's a couple out there still that I think they need to be subpoenaed for sure at this juncture. Because I don't think they're law enforcement, but if they are, so be it. But yeah, they should be subpoenaed. Just
How
because a
many
lot
do
of
you?
creepy stuff, snowballed later on after arrest. I think people were shocked by it back then. They should, yeah, they should look into it.
How many do you know about possibly that are potential?
Two that caught my eye that were really the first cryptic one, that's probably the scariest one. The second one is that Jordan McCoy fuck.
Uh huh.
Yeah, those both need to be subpoenaed. I
You know
think
the name
McCoy
of
account's still open.
the creepy one?
The creepy one, I think, was just Lee Kerr, and then the Jordan McCoy was just Jordan McCoy. But Jordan McCoy may still be up. But yeah, I think those should be subpoenaed, dude. I don't think they're law enforcement, but like I said, if they are, it would answer a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think they should be subpoenaed for sure. I think everybody agrees, dude. Yeah, we should subpoena that crap, dude.
Hey, I say subpoena everything. Subpoena all of us. I don't give a fuck.
Hell
Subpoena
yeah, bro.
everything.
I've been subpoenaed like,
Yeah.
who knows how long now. But yeah, it's a good. Hey, later, Lilith. McCoy got off FA after outed. He got outed. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they should go. They should go through there. But yeah, at the creepy one, I don't know if the creepy one's still up, dude. But the one with the chick profile, that one needs to be subpoenaed like yesterday, dude. Even if it was.
So let's
Hey,
see.
good to see you, Noe.
So so anything else related to Delphi uh, that you've been a part of that you'd want to add to your
Um,
bio for the first time listeners?
yeah, I mean, I was behind the Stevenson stuff.
Yeah, let's talk
That
about that real quick. Real quick.
Oh man, I have thoughts and stuff, but I will say my brain has like dual. It's like sending multiple job applications. Like if one gets rejected, you're prepared basically. So like yeah, if the case is solo and over and done, then that's that. It's like that's it, and I'm good with that. But in my head, I do think they need to come out and debunk that. Not that they're connected. They need to debunk because I don't think they're connected. They needed to debunk hard debunk, like hard, the fall 2022 event because man, I'll explain it like this. Yeah, post arrest or like, oh, something happened, we can't talk about it, cloak and dagger. And it's like, oh, it's all bullshit, nothing, it was publicity, blah blah blah. But it's like I don't so it's like the items made up and the people talked to were made up, apparently, or they were talked to, then cleared, supposedly, but I don't know. Here's the thing. Nobody knows what the hell happened. Not even me. Like we don't know for sure who was talked to, what the item was. Like nobody knew even what happened fall 2022 to the fucking February 2023, right? Like nobody knew that had even happened. I thought nothing had happened. I didn't hear anything. And nobody else did either. So when it came, it was a shock and it kind of came and went. So
Well,
I think something important happened.
explain that fall of 22 incident for or thing for people who don't know, first time listeners. What was
It
that?
basically implied like something important happening around time of arrest, even if it was after, right? So that other people were talked to, and you know, for them to come out and say like, oh, we can't talk about that right now. It's cloak and dagger. I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, so nothing happened. It's all made up. Like, can we get more clarification that nothing important happened? Because it's not even clarification that they're not connected, right? So they're not connected, right? We agree on that, I guess, as far as what they said. But um, we haven't really got clarification on if nothing important happened. I think something like important happened.
Um, okay, so you're talking about a press conference. Is it so? To back it up, so you mean that there was a press conference, right? Right.
Yeah.
Or an announcement that, well, what didn't the detective from the Stevenson case travel to Delphi and then made the announcement? Or explain for those, because I'm kind of retarded about it all anyway. Uh, Kind of what happened then to set all this into motion?
I sent a tip to Kentucky that had all these cases, like similarities, and it was a very like brain dead tip. It had typos and crap in it. Like it was pretty bad, dude. But something clicked, and I don't know exactly what, but somebody was yeah, people were talked to. They said in Indiana. I don't know exactly where. I've heard Rushville. I've heard Fort Wayne. I've heard Delphi. Um, Yeah, so somebody was talked to, and it kind of implies, I hate to say it, like third party, either they knew of Alan or it was somebody completely had nothing to do with Alan. But um, so if you scrub who was talked to away, like it doesn't matter who was talked to or whatever, just the fact that an important event I think happened in Solo World, and they're saying, oh, we can't talk about that right now, Cloak and Dagger. So it's like, yeah, I think they just need to come out and hard debunk it even more and say nothing happened at all that was important and it just went nowhere. And I just think it was a weird thing to do after arrest. And the fact that it's so guarded and even myself don't know what the fuck happened, I think that raises the probability that it was important. And it could be something I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, when we get into UFO stuff, it gets usually the main theme in UFO is that there's a bigger fish that is scaring people or Alan or whoever. So it's like it kind of gets into that territory if you look at it from the UFO angle. But if you look at it, no UFO crab, no criminal underworld, anything, Solo World, it's like, yeah, what a weird thing to happen in Solo World. It implies that something important happened that they can't talk about. And nobody knows what happened exactly.
All right, so let me back it up. What did you tip in to the Stevenson investigator Coy Cox? What did you tip in that set it off into motion regarding Delphi?
Two things at the same time in September. It was that all these cases that were connected as like drug hits, basically. That's what I suspected, or I said it could be a serial killer, but I said they're all pretty similar with this as far as staging, like weird staging. And then I tipped in a person who said they knew who killed the Stevensons, and that he said people and not person, so it implied criminal underworld shit or a hitman. So I tipped those in both the same day, and
Okay, hold on. So staging of the bodies and drug hit. Okay, boom. Now, as far as the person, was the person who claimed to know who the killers were of the Stevensons, were they located in Indiana?
No, they were from Walton, Kentucky.
Okay, so my question then is, what in the hell would tie this to Delphi other
But let
than
me tell you, as far as Indiana, the nephew that was into the drug stuff, this is all UFO stuff. He's from Walton, Kentucky, and he has murder ties and drug ties to Indiana. That's like UFO stuff. But yeah, it is weird, dude.
So you basically you just tip those simple sort of ties in, and then the next thing you know, the detectives from in Kentucky go on over to Carroll County. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I do have to say something as far as, so they'll get that tip and they'll obviously look up Delphi first because it's the closest. And let's say they start digging through Delphi, older Delphi tips that I didn't tip in, had nothing to do with, or older Stevenson's tips had nothing to do with me. And then there probably was some like more higher priority, valuable information that only they would know about. I wouldn't know about, but that would be stuff they dug up after the fact. So it's almost like I gave the essay prompt, they wrote out the essay. So with me, as far as them being like, fuck, I don't want to give them like credit because I did, I'm the one that, did all. It had nothing to do with him basically at that by that point. That's how I feel. Where a lot of the weirdness comes from with that, which
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
back to the Stevensons positioning. So basically, they were staged, and there were items placed on the bodies. Is that correct? As far as my understanding, is that
Yeah,
yours?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
It was staged. Yeah.
so so then we saw the detectives go to the Carroll County area, talk to some people, talk to the ISP, and we would assume the Unified Command clowns. And then the next thing you know, suddenly there's just zipped, lips are zipped. That's all we know at this point,
Yeah, it
right?
was weird. It's so guarded. It's so guarded. Like
Yeah.
nobody knows, dude. Yeah. And it's almost like police have put out different stories, um, basically like Lee Kerr style to see who bit at what story, like, or uh, just to throw people off. I think it needs like, that's what I'm saying. If not, let's say nothing happened, right? It was just like a publicity thing. Like, that's pretty like, when we're true crime YouTubers or whatever, the bar is really low for expectations. But when you're like news, to get all the news people involved and detect, they have like it's like a higher bar. So to play games at that such a high level and be like, oh, this happened, oh, never mind, it was a publicity stunt, like after a case is wrapped up, like basically arrest supposedly, it's like super strange. It's like yeah, you don't really see that at all.
Now, who's the woman they're mentioning in the chat? Some woman, a certain woman
With Stevenson's
who used sextortion.
sway, what gets looked at. Yeah, everybody knows who that is, and yeah, we got a handle on it, dude. And yeah, a lot of those that type of stuff, dude, it's died down a lot, but it's
Okay,
died down pretty good.
so anyway, that's our Stevenson connection. So I want to hit this one real quick because Is a God Thing says, "How did you get involved in Delphi to begin with?" So
Who me?
yeah, I know. I think we kind of went that direction, but maybe you didn't hit that specific point. So what was the very first thing that interested you in Delphi, or how did you get connected to Delphi? That's a good one.
My friend, we were watching True Detective season 1, fall 2020. Yeah, fall 2020. Watched it all Halloween time. It was cool. I liked it. And then I had been doing that like cyber stalking and stuff like that since I was a kid because I was like I did start as like an internet troll basically, so I was good at, just like everybody here in Delphi now, you're good at searching up white pages, stuff like that. And it's not considered as grody as it was, probably 10 years ago or whatever. It's just considered like just like how to Google something or whatever at this point, especially in true crime. But I was really good at finding people. So my friend, he went through a situation where he was getting, it was so weird how stuff rhymes. He was getting catfish and sextorted basically, and other people were. So they had me find. Then what happened was the person that was doing it was having a meltdown, like they were threatening to kill themselves as well. So then it raised the urgency. So I found out who they were, and then that person's all good now. Like everybody, they're all cool over there and stuff. But my friend was like, "Damn, you're really good at finding people. Like you could probably solve a cold case or a murder case or something." He was joking, right? But I was yeah, I was on the toilet, dude, and I searched up like cyber sleuthing, and then Delphi came up, dude, at that time, man. And yeah, I was like, it had it back then, dude. It just looked like a serial killer case. It didn't. It actually got closer to True Detective a little bit as time went on, in a lot of ways. And then it,
Well, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's because of the stupid, what I term the Gray Hughes fantasy world narrative, where it looks like a serial killer when you're looking at the girls on the bridge being chased down by some weird guy they filmed, and then being killed right there across the river, and no suspicious shit surrounding the case at all, yeah, then it looks like a serial killer. That's your first level of like kindergarten on the Delphi case. It looks like that. But then
Yeah,
once you
so, you
start
know,
graduating to the other levels and you get to high school and into college, all of a sudden you're looking at something. And I think I'd like to move into this because this is where you and I agree. And I think people would be really shocked that basically our theories are basically the same on this crime, which is that we're dealing with criminal underworld crime. And so let's talk about that, because that, I think that's where we want to, or that's where I
yeah.
want to be. Like, where do we start? Where do we start here as a
Yeah, I do
group of
have to say,
people?
noted, I do have like a hybrid brain, so I'm fully prepared for solo world, fully prepared UFO world. Like,
Mhm.
and, you know, we call it UFO, but there is, like he says, a lot of practical reasons why people you still think that and suspect that from everything you've seen. And then I'm also prepared. It is underworld, but it's going down to solo, and then what to do after that even happens, you know? So like it's like three scenarios basically, but to keep it simple, yeah, as far as the criminal underworld stuff, dude, it's like, you know, when you see like what I call alt climb behavior, like the Stevenson's kid, you know, I've shown Prof that, the Stevenson's grandkid, that was weird. And you know, people, you know, knowing seemingly, you know, I've said it 1,000 times, to be taunting Richard Allen way before his arrest and shit like that. That's where you get into like, hey, this kind of needs to be settled. The Stevenson's event, fall 2022, how that was odd and weird to ever happen in a case that an arrest already happened, you know, solo or not. That it's like that's another thing that kind of has to be hard debunked. Like those things need to be hard debunked. Like, is it just a troll? Is it really just this? And why are there like 4 of these events happening after arrest? You know, because and we're not even talking about the stuff that happened way before arrest that even leads to that type of stuff. You know, so yeah, dude, I think a lot of that's going to be fleshed out this fall for sure, dude. And you know, whichever way it goes, it goes. But I mean, it's yeah, the community's pretty good right now, dude. Even if we don't agree or we don't get along on personal levels, like it's pretty much like whack-a-mole. If anything spikes out that leads to anything, dude, like people are gonna just like figure it out so fast now, you know?
Well, let me, before we move on to the good stuff, the chat. So, have you ever hacked anyone in the community for law enforcement? That's a question that people ask behind the scenes all the time about Alex Voorhies.
No, and you know, dude, I've had contentious relationship with law enforcement, and you know, I'll just come out and say it, like what I did, the antics I've done to sleuthers or you know, other people, like as far as like being abrasive and just annoying. Like I actually had that, and you could probably ask people back then. I did the same thing to Coy Cox, dude. It was pretty bad, dude. I was like, I was taunting him pretty bad, dude, because I was pretty arrogant when the Stevenson's news came out. I was like crying and whining for credit, so I was insulting him a lot, like emailing him 4 in the morning insults, and it was pretty bad, dude. But no, he was cool and stuff. He was cool about it, and you know, I apologized later on, but yeah, I've had like contentious moments with law enforcement, and you know, I'm sure they appreciate some of the stuff I did, but if they had it their way, it probably wasn't worth the headache of dealing with that type of stuff, or you know, someone that's like, you know, drinking alcohol on streams and doing all that type of stuff, you know. So no, they definitely, dude. If I was contracted or paid by law, they would have yanked me so hard so long ago, for sure, 1,000%, dude. Been like, get him off the stage, dude. This guy's like annoying, dude. Like he's a crackhead, dude. Get him out of here, bro. No, I'm pretty sure they view me like a 7-Eleven like crackhead in the parking lot. I guarantee, dude. Yeah, they probably pay me a couple K if they could get away with it to leave the case as far as not like discovering anything, but annoyance levels, you know, and probably a couple other people as well, you know, all across the board, dude, just for the annoyance factor. But no, dude, I think I always knew, dude, I'm not HR friendly, and like some of the greatest at what they do aren't. But you know, if in yeah, you're locked out of a lot of places when you're not professional, and when you do the crackhead stuff, yeah, there's freedom, but it's freedom in a sandbox. You know, you're not allowed into other sandboxes because you don't pass that threshold. Like, ideally, you'd have the good results and the good behavior, you know, at the same time. Yeah. But no, I've never, anytime I've talked with ISP, it was very similar in nature, you know, and we've all talked to people that have had better connections. Like, I'm not a good with those type of people. I'm not good. Like, I won't lie, dude. I'll say it straight up here, dude. Like, I did get disappointed sometimes. Like, Cox would tell other sleuthers like Ruckus, Just the Tipsters, even Hannah Shakespeare, other people, like way more info than he would tell me, man. Like, good stuff. And I completely understand why, though, because like this guy's like a crackhead. Who knows what he's gonna do, you know? Like, is he gonna blast this in a weird way or twist it and it not be accurate? Or if I tell him about this person, is he gonna go find them and harass them? So like, you know, I understand it, but at the same time, on the other side of that coin, when you work in the dark and you're working on scraps, you do end up like strengthens your mind basically if you're able to see in the dark, basically, you know. So you're able to weed out stuff better that way, you know. But um, yeah, I'm sure that's kind of like why I was dipping true crime as well too, because I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna get that far doing it in this style, you know? Like, I think the best happened, you know? Yeah, I won't lie, dude, it was cool. Let's say arrest if Richard Allen's guy or not, whatever. The just the timing of it, that was like really cool to me, to like to be screaming and doing all that stuff. Like, I guarantee whoever the killer was watching at that time. But like, let's say it's Alan. Alan definitely was watching at that time, dude. It was so cool, dude. It was like a movie, man. But you know, that's the problem is yeah, it's just it's not everybody's cup of tea, basically, even the family. So it's like you can't be doing that forever, you know. And you
Yeah.
could do it forever, but you're not going to be probably, even if you're yelling at the right killer, screaming, threatening the right killer, case after case, you're not going to get paid for it. You're not going to, you can't make a living on it. Like, it leads
Well,
to a
yeah, we talked about
crappier
this
path.
earlier today. Like, none of us want to be doing this shit forever. I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah, dude.
none of this works forever. Let's see. So, would you mind now going into a little ask me anything moment with the chat, because there's questions. You know, let's look at the chat and
Yeah, pull up the good
well,
questions, man.
before we get into it, let's see. So you know, my basic feeling is that we're dealing with some sort of criminal contingent that performed these murders of Abby and Libby. Okay, so I believe that it's possible that it's a group that profits off of meth trade, sex trade, uh, general crime, criminal activity. I think this group had some different factions in that area, and that those two factions came to a head. The girls end up dead, and that those two factions decide to handle it internally and call a truce, whatever it may be, to keep all of them from ever being prosecuted. That's my theory of the crime. Okay, in basic. Uh, what do you think about something like that? Like, what's your gut feeling on all of that stuff?
I mean, I would say true or not, if if like the type of weird shit you and me have seen, like shit of that nature, Stevenson's grandkid, shit like that. So let's say the case in the criminal underworld. It is something that if you scream, Richard Allen's innocent, Richard Allen's guilty, it doesn't make that shit die down or go away. When you scream criminal underworld, hey, I think this is criminal underworld shit, then that shit tends to die down for whatever reason. And if you view it in the context of solo cases over, it means that people are afraid of some Salem witch trials thing snowballing off of that. If you view it in the context of its actual criminal underworld, and they're like, oh fuck, like yeah, we're gonna get fucking busted, if we keep it up, So yeah, that's one thing I've tended to notice is that type of stuff stops when you do it that way. If it's like man, it's like if it was like Dracula or a vampire, you're holding a crucifix, man. It's like the right thing to say at the time instead of saying Alan's innocent, Alan's guilty. You're like, yeah, he could be whatever, but you guys are what's left over, pretty much, and that tends to keep the weird alien harassment down for whatever reason,
Well, let me tell you what I see. I see an organized campaign of a bunch of people trying to steer or control the noise around this case. I see sex workers. I see hacker sorts, not necessarily good legendary hackers, but people who fiddle in fucking around on the computer. Okay.
Guilty.
So you want to call them whores, hackers, and
Forest hackers and beer.
And beer, and which the beer would be family.
Forest hackers and meth.
I see a bunch of related family relations. So my theory at this point is when I look at who's left, because Alan's in jail. Okay, so who do I see left out here causing all sorts of energy and interactions? I see whores, hackers, and relatives. Okay, so what does that mean? That means people who have or do work in the sex industry. That means people who have or do mess around on the dark web, and that means people who are directly or indirectly related to the victims. So that's what I see. Are you seeing anything like that in this case?
Yeah, we've seen some crazy shit, man. But I will say, with me, a lot of it is personal grievances when I go after somebody. Sometimes, as far as case does come second. Like I do tip in shit. You've seen me, dude. I've sent my shit. Me, and Noe have shared info that's like pretty fucking important. But especially if it is criminal underworld. But yeah, like I said, dude, you do calm shit down. Everybody's been burned on this case, dude. I think we've all been friends with or been burned by, or repeat the cycle of whoever's on whatever side, and yeah, it's just that's what makes this thing alien, dude. It is alien in a way, even though it seems like boring and over. Like I've told a lot of people, it's so uncool and grody. It circles around to being cool. And I've seen proof of that elsewhere. And it's like, yeah, if you're covering a case, if you're doing it for the right reasons of getting results and stuff, it shouldn't matter if it's cool or not, whatever. It is unique, but as far as getting to the bottom of things, I do think that is coming pretty soon, man. I could say no matter what the outcome, it's coming real soon. And yeah, dude, it's gonna happen, man. It's good time. It's a good time right now. But yeah, I do have some questions left. Like the Stevenson's grandkid account, that crap, it ain't that important, right? And even the person who knew RA from Michigan beforehand, it ain't that important. But like, I would say Stevensons are not having anything to do with me or not, or Cox, doesn't matter. Anything around arrest time with other people besides Allen should be known at a point. If it's not Brad Holder, Elvis, whoever, it should be known, and I think it will be. And I'm not talking about his family or whoever's family, like none of the victim's family, his family. I'm talking about like other people in Indiana.
We're talking about
But
other parties. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah. So I think it will come out for sure. And everybody's on that Google Trends crap, right? With Allen stuff. But I saw Stevenson's. Somebody was searching it like crazy from Oklahoma after probably last summer and fall after they went and did the Carol Daniels thing. And I don't know what happened over there. I probably wasn't related or whatever, but yeah, I do. Here's the thing with that whole event, dude. So let's say I'm a solo world guy right now, right? Case is over. Alan's a guy. No criminal underworld. Uh, Even in that context, something important did happen. Yeah, fall 2022, and Stevenson's doesn't have to be connected for that, right? And it doesn't even have to be my shit. It could be something Cox did on his own, ISP did on their own after they saw my tip, whatever, but it had nothing to do with anything, and they got other information elsewhere, right? So it's an important event that nobody really knows what happened, right? And the thing with that is, it's not even a people thing. It's like, say I say that event isn't important. I'm like, oh, it's publicity stunt, so you're not connected, nothing happened, blah blah blah. But it's like they're saying something happened, Solo World or not, something happened, and they're saying they can't talk about it right now, and nobody else knows what happened. I don't know what happened. Only Cox knows, ISP. And it could be somebody that knew Alan. It could even be Alan, and they're lying about it. It could be someone that's not Alan completely, and then that's some heavy third party stuff because that's around time of arrest, So that is kind of a weird thing, So the thing with that is people will go like it's. I'll use this analogy. It's like you see your girlfriend or significant other, it could be boyfriend. They're hiding their phone and you're pretty sure they're cheating, right? They're being shady with their phone. They're going out weird hours, and you're like, yeah, they're cheating. You're smelling, seeing different things in their car, like, they're being indifferent, and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're cheating. And then you go to your friend or family, you're like, hey, I think so and so's cheating, and then they go, well, who are they cheating with? Where's the person they're cheating with? Blah blah, and then you go, I don't know, I just see signs clearly that something happened, like they're cheating, but I don't know who the fuck it is. So that's like the issue I run into with that whole event. They're like, well, what happened? What exactly happened? Oh, it's bullshit. I don't know. It's like, no, clearly something happened, but I don't know who, I don't know where exactly. And yeah, so something happened for sure, man. I think that needs a hard debunk. Even if I'm talking as a solo case is over guy, that needs a hard debunk for sure. Like, what was that about? Why go through all that after arrest to get the press in on it and stuff like that? And yeah, there's just other instances like weird stuff like that, man, that kind of needs to be addressed later on, for sure. So yeah, we'll
Well,
see where that goes.
let me ask you this. Well, okay. You know my feeling, whether or not Alan's involved or not, regardless of Alan, I feel there are others involved. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's possible. And in the realm, dude, it's like unfinished business. There's clearly like who was behind this fake Stevenson's grandkid account, like who was the whole like people knowing about RA and doing weird shit with him before arrest. Like, what's that about? Like Stevenson shit after arrest, like what the fuck is that? That all needs like a hard debunk, like hard from police. They need to come out and like address like shit like that, And there's other
Well,
stuff everybody knows,
yeah, because we know we've seen things before Alan's arrest. We've seen things after Alan's arrest,
Yeah.
which don't involve Alan. So, well, they
Hey, didn't
involve
we
Alan,
see?
but
Yeah.
but it's not Alan doing it. So,
Well, that's what's weird. It got so crazy to the point where some stuff actually names Alan, and you see it way before arrest that happened. But last year was pretty tame. It started ramping up, and like this year, it hit an apex point. And then, you know, yeah, you and me started blasting that shit, like different weird shit we were seeing, dude. Especially shit that, I mean, yeah, we were contentious at first, but then we started being like, hey, we're kind of agreeing that this shit's ramping up in a weird way. And, you know, that's the thing with you and me. We were and still do, if we can, tip it into not only police, but defense as well. We'll get it if the prosecution needs it,
I
whatever.
spread
Other
that
police
shit out like
departments.
confetti. I put it
Yeah,
everywhere
that's how you do it, man. That's how you get shit
because
done.
I have, like I said about the subpoena. It's like subpoena everything I've done because
Yeah, like a
because that's
shotgun
how I
blast,
roll.
man.
I'm not doing. But see, this is how I see it, Alex. I see it like, let's say if you're out, yeah, outdoors and there's some bushes and you see the bushes like rustling and moving, so like you can tell there's something in those bushes moving around. You just can't see what it is. And that's
Yeah,
how I equate what I see ever since I've been involved in this case is I see the bushes moving. It's just I can't see through those bushes to put the finger on exactly who's moving those bushes, whether it's 1, 2, or 5 or 20. I just see the
yeah,
bushes moving all around, and I think you do too. And that's why we're all here saying
yeah.
Allen, whatever. But there's more to this than Richard Allen.
Well, I have to say too. So let's say case is solo. I could deal with that pretty good. You know, case solo. Alan's guilty. Only one. No criminal underworld. I guaranteed police will never do anything like that again with after arrest. Be like, oh, there's other people and something happened we can't talk about. Like they'll never do that again, dude. If it was a bluff game for publicity, because that is just a weird thing to do with the cold case. Like you and me, we've done wacky shit, whatever. But when the expectations are higher, and then you're getting news people to go along with it,
Yeah, they're
detectives, shit like that.
professionals. They're supposed to be authorities. We're
Hmm.
just kids. We
Yeah, what
just
they say has more weight than
yeah.
if you and me, we flip flop all the time because we're guessing, we don't have all the info, so we're like theorizing, and we admit we're wrong, like we're trying to weed it out, we're not we're as we go basically, so like we said Alan might be partly guilty, he's all guilty, case is over, oh there's still more, whatever. You change as time goes, theories change, whatever, but like they have the fucking info, especially post arrest, they have that knowledge and shit, so it's like I
What's
do think, I will say if it was some sort of game or weird thing, publicity that's like super hella reckless from coming up from that high up of authority.
very
But
reckless. Very, yeah.
and also say like, for instance, me, if I was paid by ISP or police or something like that, dude, I would have been so reprimanded by this point. But people could, they feel things over time. They're like, yeah, this guy's just kind of like Sean Penn from Ridgemont High. He's kind of like a bum stoner. He's like rough around the edges, so like we kind of know what is going on with him or whatever. But like, yeah, and well, on the flip side of that too, if I was like some sort of criminal that was making so much money acting the way I'm acting, dude, I would have been caught. I would have been arrested by now for sure, dude. But being poor, not poor. Well, I'll just say poor. Fuck it. It like definitely, yeah. When you're making money, dude, either way, dude, that's when you're gonna get fucked up for sure, bro. For sure, man. But
Yeah. So let's see
yeah,
what I was thinking. Like you mentioned them regretting things. It's one of the things I think about because it just I cannot wrap my head around this. And I just posted it on the community page the other day. And I've mentioned it for over a year and a half. I've been talking about it from time to
yeah,
time. Is when they released the second sketch, which was actually the first sketch, but when this young guy sketch came out that looked nothing like that old guy sketch. Okay, people were so confused that they then had to release a press release that specifically had bullet points that said, this guy, this young guy sketch is not the old guy sketch. And then they said, now this old guy sketch is no longer a person of interest. So they said they're not the same guy, and the old guy is not even a person of interest anymore. Well, then Richard Allen gets arrested, and Doug Carter does an interview. Well, he had been saying over the years, he had been contradicting that, saying, if you take the sketches, put it together, and the who's behind it is the same one, and it's the same, the person behind it is responsible for the murders, and a sketch is not a sketch is a photograph, it's not a photograph, it's a sketch. And then he does an interview last year where he says, if you put them together, it's Richard Allen. And I just can't rectify that. Like, how stupid. It's either the same person or it's not. There's no in
Dude, I had a theory. You want to hear my UFO theory for that? That they were sextorted and it was like a troll. So it's like whoever was doing the sextortion or threats against police would made them change the sketch, basically, as a troll. It's like, haha, fuck you. And another UFO theory, kind of like that, like White Cox had to send the information to ISP for that fall solo event, important event that happened fall 2022. He had to send it to ISP and not Delphi because issues with them possibly being compromised. Because let's say somebody investigates a case in California or Miami, whatever, and then they, instead of sending the information on that case in that city to LAPD or Miami PD, whatever, they have to send it to like California State Police, like, or Florida State Police. Is kind of like not that heard of. So in my head, UFO theory wise, I'm like, did Cox kind of weed out that they're compromised or playing games or being weird, so he didn't trust them, so he sent it to ISP to kind of override them because he didn't quite trust them. And you know, this is the vibe I get, bro. I've got everybody had that vibe even before arrest, and I hate to be blunt. And the reason I'm blunt now, you know, I'm not like, especially outwardly, I'm not disrespectful to law enforcement, but like, oh man, I just be bold, dude. Like when you see shit like the shit we saw as far as the sextortion shit being tipped in, and those type, even let's say they weren't sextorting, whatever, the type of harassment, and they didn't even do anything about that. But furthermore, people that knew about Allen before arrest and weren't questioned about it, then in my head I'm like, are you guys fucking compromised? Like, what the hell? How could you not question them at all? Like, what is that, dude? How could you not question them, dude? Like, they knew who he was before, didn't tip him in. Like, how could you not question him? Are you compromised? It looks like you're compromised, bro. And then those same people talking about the Snapchat years before and shit like that. And you know, you can ask wife Lola. She has screenshots of Dawn talking about the Snapchat shit before Keegan. And it's like, what the fuck's going on here, dude? So it's like, were you guys sextorted into showing a different sketch that during that? Like, is it a, because it looks like threats are a thing that go on, and it's not like me when I'm in a grievance with somebody or goofing off, like threatening one-on-one. It's like, are you guys threatening the whole like police department, town, or something, you know? Because it kind of looks that way.
Well, it looks like, yeah, exactly. For me, it looks like this. Yeah. It looks like some bodies holding a lot of power over everyone local. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Stevenson's stuff needs to be addressed. Dawn's stuff. And let me tell you something freaky, dude. You want to tell you something freaky, bro? Dawn, last year, when Stevenson shit, I have screenshots. They could celebrate my phone, whatever. Oh, Alex, they just don't want to give you credit because your criminal past. And, you know, in my head, UFO shit, dude, I was like, did she like sextort Coy Cox saying Stevenson's isn't connected, or like ISP, whatever, not connected? Nothing happened, blah blah blah. Because then later on, a year later, she's like, Stevenson's not connected, nothing happened. None of us found Allen. Some people need to get a grip. And I'm thinking in my head, like, you found Allen, clearly, everybody knows you did, and you didn't tip it in. And let me tell you, Prof, what I told you on the phone. Earlier this year, and I know Rafi hates me. We've gone at it, everybody's seen it. He's always been suspicious of Captain Howdy. I'm not trying to throw Captain Howdy under the bus, but when I saw this shit, it blew my fucking mind, dude. When Captain Howdy, after I tipped in Dawn, because it had reached a threshold where I'm like, I gotta tip her in. This is clearly like, I see her fingerprints all over this. Tip her in for concealing Richard Allen, doing all this weird shit. Like 2 weeks later, and you know, I've sent you and Noe these tips, so you know about it. Captain Howdy released a video. Oh, Dawn's so smart. She found Richard Allen before anybody else. 2020. Before everybody else found Richard Allen, how smart she is, right?
So she's bragging about it this year, right? For whatever reason, this year, not 2022, not 2023, this year. And if somebody didn't know any better, you'd be like, oh, whatever, who cares? But I think she did that because she was getting ahead of me tipping her in for that, right? So whatever, that's a weird event. She's bragging about finding Richard Allen before anybody else, but didn't tip him in, whatever. Then on her YouTube account, alt account, well, what evidence do they have on Richard Allen? What evidence do they have? Yeah, what evidence do they have on Richard Allen? Like, they have no evidence on Richard Allen, all this shit, right? So like, you and me have flip-flopped before. We're like, we don't know, it's this, that, criminal underworld, solo, whatever. We flip-flop. Well, she's flip-flopping this year. And the difference between us and her is she clearly, where everybody could see it, knew who Richard Allen was before arrest. So what that reeks of manipulation, deception, obfuscation, with extra enhancer of prior fucking knowledge, that's like really important. So like, police have to address that, because at this point, dude, if I go into UFO land, I'm like, Sketch was sextorted to a different Sketch, Stevenson's was sextorted to not be connected. You know, everything's just sextorted to shit, threatened to shit, fucking nuked to shit. You know, case has gone to shit.
Well, and we
I'm
got
like,
others. That's
and
yeah.
yeah, there's others. We know who they are, you know,
We
but
got others. We
in
a
that
whole
realm,
bunch
you
of
know.
others. A whole bunch of others with the similar type of scenario on all of these high power Carroll County and vicinity people. Um,
But that falls into the theory, like, is that why Cox tipped in the ISP and not Delphi? And we don't know, man. I keep my distance from him for his own sake. I gave him everything you know, just about enough, you know, like anything important, he knows all about it, but it's like, you know, like, I'll just be flat out, like, even the Dawn shit, that's weird. I sent it, defense was aware about it, you know, acknowledged it, prosecution, Cox. And it's like other shit. There's other shit that's similar in nature that has nothing to do with her that they're aware about, you know. So like, you know, it is a good insurance nest. Like, if it does happen to be some weird dark web forum or some weirdo shit we don't know about because it got deleted or we can't see it, like, I think it will be covered, you know. We kind of know, we know enough, you know, at this
well,
point,
yeah.
either
I
way.
mean, I just think that like it's like it seems to me that something's gonna have to give. Something got to click here. Like
Yeah, I
there's
won't lie. I
too
mean, I'll
much
just be
that's already
bold up
out
blunt, dude. When they said plea deals were going on, but it's complicated, I was like, how is it complicated if he's the only one that was there? So it can only be complicated if there is a possible like tug of war over some other person that they didn't have to be at the crime scene, but orchestrate or whatever. Like, it seems like there's a tug of war of some sort
Yeah, or
that
if
can
they
only
need
be
him to
so
be
if
a
there's another
witness,
person.
or if he's turning witness for a whole bunch of others, so he's got to snitch on 5 others or something. Yeah, complicated.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
So
Yep.
like, no matter where it falls, dude, we're gonna be you know, all right. And I will say, like, I'm not perfect, dude. I'm pretty, everybody knows I'm unethical, a CD guy or whatever. I mean, my saving grace is I've pissed off just about everybody. And also my saving grace is I do try to lay low. For the most part, I don't try to like I didn't make a channel to grift off the kid asking for money, you know. I would say one of my selfish things I had was like badgering, you know, for credit for this or that, which is like pretty arrogant. So that's like definitely one of my greatest sins as far as true crime goes. But like, you know, that aside, whatever, who gives a fuck? It's like, I do think no matter which way this case goes, we're gonna get to the bottom of it for sure, you know, for sure, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I mean, it's like with you, it's best to come clean because you already knew that all of this was out there. You know, that's how it is with all of us. Like, we just got to be clean about like,
Oh yeah, I'm brave,
yeah, it's
man. I
like
don't shy away from shit, you know. That's
you
but
don't,
yeah.
yeah, and you also when the time when it calls for it, you take accountability, and I'm big on that, and you're big on that, and I think
Yeah, dude.
anybody's grown is big on taking accountability, and I
But
think a
dude,
lot of that needs to happen.
it's not like you just say, "Oh yeah, I did that," and you get away with it. Like, no, you deal with consequences. And some of that is people won't talk to you ever again, or in my case, like this type of shit, it's like can't get a job with doing that type of shit. Because you're acting the way you're acting, type of shit. It's not like I try to get a job, I didn't get hired. It's like you kind of know, like it is a lazy way. You're like, I'm putting myself in. I want to act this way, and drink and do all this shit because I know I could do that. But if I were to get paid doing this, it's you can't be doing that shit. And like, also there's trade-offs though, because it's not when you're in this sandbox like I'm in now. It's more exciting. Like you get iteration results faster because you don't have to wait on approval from some higher up or shit like that. So there's trade-offs, dude. But the point being is, yeah, life's just better when you're. I'm not about holding grudges either, to be honest, dude. It's more about just like get to the bottom of this shit.
Hey
Like,
man, look,
fuck, dude.
I'm friendly with Rick Snay. I mean, who would have ever thought? I mean,
Yeah, that was sick to see, to be honest,
yeah,
man.
Rick
Yeah, I
beat
do
me
have a soft
over the
spot for
head
him,
for a
man.
year and a half, and all it took was one conversation, and about him to apologize authentically, and I forgave him because that's what matters. Is that we take accountability today. We live in the moment today. We do the right thing from here forward, and
Well, even you and me, dude, we're known as being annoying for both sides as far as calling out shit, whether it's true or false. Like, hey, get him out. They're like, hey, he's like a 7-Eleven crackhead. He's annoying the shit out of me. Get him out of here. But like, the fact that we're both like just chill, peaceful, and we've come to like, I really do. I don't like talking about people, so I do agree concepts over people is important. But like, yeah, with this case in particular, dude, it's like. Yeah, they gotta just fucking hammer that shit out. Above all, I do want to know what the fuck is up. I mean, the main question for everybody that they want to see rectified on paper is like criminal underworld or not, basically, And if not criminal underworld, these things need to be debunked and never happen again because they cause so much headache. So, like, even people that are, I hate Delphi, I hate the case, I think it's stupid, it's so low, boring, overdone. If they had it their way, if it was redone, they wouldn't want to see another Klein incident. They wouldn't want to see another Stevenson's incident. They wouldn't want to see another thing like Dawn not
well,
go
see,
rectified,
that's where I think it's just that when you line all of this up, for me, the odds lay on the favor of it's got to be more because, like you're saying, that imagine how much would have to be cleared up. I mean, for this case, you'd have to clear up so many statements of the family, so many timelines. You'd have to clear up all the Klein stuff, all the Stevenson stuff,
Yeah.
all the internet underworld bullshit that's taken place, all of the monetization that's paid for trolling that we have
Yeah.
receipts for. There's a whole lot of shit that would have to be cleared up. And the odds just weigh on the balance that say no, there's no way that all of this can be debunked because there's too much of it. It's a mountain that needs to be debunked. And that's why
Well,
I just
that's like,
can't
I won't lie,
get
dude. In my
free.
head, I'm like, when they're like, it's a plea deal, it's complicated. I'm like, oh, are they gonna rush to just bury this shit so they don't have to address the Stevenson shit at the
I think
very
that's the
least?
point. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah, they're
think that's
like,
the whole
and
point with
defense
bringing it
has to
up.
do their job. So I'm not gonna go out and say like defense is criminal underworld or even prosecution. I'll give it to them, but it's like, why, dude? Like, fucking, I guarantee they will at this point because if people weren't saying this type of shit, there'd be none of that shit going on
I
right
mean,
now. I
there's
could tell you
there's
that
been
much.
too much shit over the years. I mean, it's like something. I think the whole point with Alan is to make this go away forever and make it all fucking just disappear. Problem solved. And like you said, I think a huge problem here, dude. If you think about the locals, they're tired of people watching every fucking move they make. And the
Yeah.
thing is, at this point, I don't think they're ever going to escape that unless they give up a whole bunch of stuff that they're trying to hide. Like I think the eyes of the world are going to continue to scrutinize Delphi, Carroll County until something breaks beyond this. and that's my opinion. But man, it's been so interesting that I never have started the question. So let me take a few questions because I know you don't want to stick around too much
Oh
longer.
no, I could be here for a while longer, dude. I don't mind,
Awesome.
dude. It's been a
Okay.
good stream, man. It's been a real good stream. I like it, dude.
Awesome. Well,
But we
thank
should probably start doing this every week because, like I said, you and me are known as I'll just be blunt, like some of the most annoying people on either side. So to be chill, it's like if the rest of the community was like kids or teenagers in a household to see like granny or grandpa not having a stroke on the sofa or the parents not fighting, like it brings peace, you know. So I'm all about that, dude. I do get out of hand, dude. Like I've said to people, I am like Jim Carrey for me, myself, and Irene. I have a side that like avoids conflict, but I have a side that's like pure like fucking conflict, like not afraid of conflict, just wants a conflict with everybody. And that's like people have seen both sides of me, you know, but you know, I do prefer the side that people love of me is the chill fucking the chill side for sure, you know, like everybody else do. But you know, on
Yeah, I
that
mean,
note, I
you
will say
definitely give like you got some like bipolar kind of vibes you throw across because at times
yeah, I
you
do,
really
man, but
want
I
to
admit
kill
it, man, I
people.
do.
At other times you're relaxed and happy. So but I I kind of operate differently. Like I'm either gone because I don't want to fuck with any of these maniacs on the internet, or I come when I get hype enough, I'll come and I'll try to talk to the internet. But 90% of the time, that's why I'm not on the internet because I don't want to deal with the maniacs. But
Yeah,
let's
dude.
see.
I mean,
So first,
you know me, I'm brave, dude. You and me speak our mind, dude. We're fucking like real ones like that. But like, one day I would like to see you and I know it's gonna piss you off saying this, but like you and Tommy and Robert getting along, dude. I think it's possible, man. And but before that, I think it's possible you and Noe on dance, dude. That'd be fucking legit, dude. But
well, I think there's a whole lot of apologizing and making things right that have to be done. Honestly,
shit, it could be done, dude. Roberts, dude, me and him, we hated the fuck out of each other. He made shit right, dude. And I saw what he was doing for friends of mine and how he had their back and made them feel better when they were in a down place, dude. He's like a hand, dude. He like grabs you out of the ocean. Like, you know, people change, dude. You gotta have you know,
see, the
room for
thing is,
redemption,
we
dude.
feel targeted. A lot of us feel targeted, and when you feel targeted, you know what that does to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And you and me are similar in the fact that we felt targeted by both sides, like fucked with by everybody, like prosecution side, defense side, like
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I
time.
was even set up, dude. I had people calling me, chatting my head off, recording calls just to try to get dirt, and I've been fucking set up, and it's just when you're targeted, set up, doxxed, threatened, your family, your children involved, it pisses you off, bro. It pisses.
Yeah, it does, man. And yeah, I mean, we talked off camera the type of shit we've seen that we don't want to talk about that we're like, yeah, it's criminal underworld, like the shit, you know, shit involving like shit in our city and shit, you know, but you know, I will say it's like I guarantee those people they do now regret fucking with us, dude, because it's like we fucking we just ran them over, dude. We're like, fuck it. It's like
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep going too. I mean,
I won't say like, dude, like the Avengers, dude. I remember like any superhero team up movie, like Batman vs Superman, Deadpool, Wolverine. The superheroes always fight in the beginning because it has to be there, whatever. Like you, me did that already. You, me, Noe, whatever, and then they work together to fight whoever the fuck is doing the dirty shit. Like that's
well,
what
the
it's like a
dirtiest
lot, you know.
ones, they are the ones who send you tits and ass and the nudes and all of like a lot of the
Uh,
females around this case are just complete fucking shitbags. But it's because they're on an
well,
agenda to trap
I have
you.
to say something, dude. I was getting attacked heavy because you know I got drama going out on elsewhere besides Delphi, and it's good because like it's a weird, it's like an insurance of some sort. So if you have drama going on that has nothing to do with Delphi or wherever the fuck you're worried about, like it does act as like a shield of some sort. So it's like going through a riptide or something. It's like constant movement. It just flushes out like bullshit. But I have to give credit. Yeah, Sakoke really helped me out in June. Like she really saved my ass too. Without her, dude, like you know, I got her back for life, dude. Like we went through some crazy shit together, dude, and like she's a real one, dude. She's a real one, and dude, without her, like I told her, dude, if she didn't co-sign me and fucking say give me her blessing and shit, like I probably wouldn't have got laid in real life. Like she helped me out, dude, like for real. And she knows all this shit I go through elsewhere or whatever, but no, she's a real one, dude. I'm like in debt to her forever, but you know, people call her a scammer or whatever, but no, she ain't, dude. She's a real one, dude. But you know, I will say another thing too, and you and me have had this happen to both of us and always have had it happen, but like in my opinion, dude, if um so let's say well, we'll talk about two different, let's say a chick's with you, Prof, or a chick's with me, and they go over to the other person, right? And you hate me, I hate you at the time, right? In my experience, dude, if you let them vent and don't go after the other dude, try to humiliate, like you air out their shit, whatever, and you like basically let the person air it, like you try it, you just, your mind's elsewhere, not like trying to like get the fucker. Uh, like those type of dudes, that aren't, they let them vent it out and fucking, you know, you look towards the future. You don't fucking try to be a white knight and go after the dude in the past. Like you end up getting more pussy, more action, like in my opinion, you know. And you and me, dude, like, dude, I'll be bold as fuck, dude. I've been in that situation with Greeno's exes, CJ's exes, or past hookups, whatever. Like other people have been in that situation with me for sure. And like I just tend to know from what I've seen, pattern recognition, like the people that don't use it, like jump on it for personal gain at the time, they tend to get laid and like be happier and like get shit done versus like people that like convert it, you know. And then like, you know, with you and Luis, I know exactly what happened with that situation, so I know it wasn't that deal. But I'm glad we like, that's an example like what I said where superheroes fight in the beginning of the movie, dude. It was pretty sick. We got it out, dude. It was good, and we got some shit done, dude. We pushed some shit forward. You know, we got some important information out there that went years back before we even came to the case. So like, you know, that was a good one. But you know, yeah, nobody's perfect, man. I'm good to work it out with anybody, but on the same token, dude, people aren't. You can't expect people to always forgive you, and when that happens, dude, you have to accept it. You can't just like badger them till they forgive you or give you this or give you that. You just got to move on, you know. So like, a lot of people struggle with that, but yeah, like that's the thing, dude. It's like, yeah, taking accountability, that's part of it for sure. If that happens, dude, you have to accept not everybody's gonna, some shit is forever, 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 you know. So like,
Some shit, yeah, some
yeah,
shit.
exactly. So, you know, yeah, there is rewards. Like I'm, you know me, dude, I'm a type of person, I'm definitely not perfect myself. I like work with a lot of collab with a lot of like seedy people, unethical people, people that fucked up majorly. You know, I got a soft spot. I like people coming out of whatever dark spot. I've seen that happen. It's like such a good, the ratio of like dopamine is so sick when you help somebody have a dark spot. And you know, I'm about that shit, but some people, even if you expect them to be like that, they can't afford to be because they got burned so bad in their past, you know, so they have to, it's like a safety net. You just got to respect it and keep moving, you know. You can't badger them or be like, well, I would do this, you know, for this person, and you can't do that for me. Like, you can't view it like that. You just got to be like, you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no matter what happens in this case, dude, it's gonna yeah, something's gonna pop soon, dude. And no matter what pops, like everybody's gonna know. But like I said, dude, you know, everybody's bitch about how toxic the community is, how shitty it is. It really is one of those things, dude. It's circled back. It went so uncool and grody. It is like cool again because with this community, I may bitch or whine, whatever. Everybody's bitch and whine at it, but it has like, in terms of long-term historical value and the importance and like, so a lot of the life lessons you learn like very fast, that you would never learn elsewhere. It is important. It is significant. Like a lot of like I've told other people, dude. Like I even told Skokie on the phone, dude. I said like, I've gotten respect, like, in even Asian, like, LA culture, or like the GTA 6 hacker, they wouldn't have fucked with me if it wasn't for Delphi. They didn't care about the other shit I had on. So it is one of those things that's so uncool. It circles back to cool. And, you know, it really does circle back to cool if you do have the right intentions. It's even cooler, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, yeah, I've come in with that, and everybody knows what I'm about, too. They're like, oh, he wants to be glory, like, he wants the glory, he just wants the fame, or he wants to recognition, like some sort of validation, and that's like what he's fixated. He doesn't care about money, he just wants to, you know, he wants that validation. It is true, man, but I admit
Yeah,
it,
that's
you
your deal.
know, but
That's your deal. That's your motivating.
yeah, yeah, but I do come to terms, it's like, so, you know, I've told other people this too, when, like, my whole tip thing with Stevenson is if they're saying November 2022, and everybody knows I tipped it in September 2022, and I was talking about it September 2022, October 2022. Police can't go back and change that and be like, oh, just kidding, he actually did it, he tipped it in. Like, once that finalizes, like, I know, it's like you come to terms, if you're a smart person, you know, you come to terms. I'm not like saying I'm smart, but if you're like not fucking stupid, you're gonna say like, yeah, they're probably not gonna give me fucking credit for this, because if they go back and say, oh, it was September, it wasn't November, like we said, then what that does opens up a can of worms where what else with news articles and press releases is bullshit, because that means that,
A
like, they
lot,
lie, like,
a lot, because
exactly.
it's all PR, and they're manipulating the media for the public to get their ends that they desire on the detective's side. So that's
Tam McCrae, as far as RA, dude, I won't lie, dude, I haven't deep searched on him or tried to hack his shit. As far as RA shit, I only tipped in Dawn because it looked like she was threatening RA, and I never rummaged through RA shit because I figured it does feel grimy. I won't lie, UFO theory, whatever. I felt like he was being threatened by somebody higher, and that is what I saw. For sure, for sure.
All right, so let me
In
read
UFO
that.
land.
Let me read it for those who don't read. Some are hearing. I mean, some are visually impaired. They just listen. Let's say it says, "I saw Alex on Fig, I believe, a long time ago, saying he never found anything on Allen. So either Richard Allen either had no online presence or scrubbed the net. Now everyone saying he had accounts on children's gaming platforms, etc." So
No, I can't agree because I haven't even looked into that. I won't even lie, dude. I haven't, as far as tips go, I've never tipped in Richard Allen ever. Ever. I've tipped in people I thought were threatening him, but as far as like when I'm bitching for credit or whining and crying and being like, yeah, I got him arrested, whatever, I'm talking more about the mechanism, alternative thinking that might have gotten him caught versus actually finding him, identifying him as a person, you know, because like it is about thinking different, dude. I hate to be so bold, I was like thinking different back then, trying to get the answers through other cases, not Delphi related, through other police departments. And it, you know, if you're like, Alan's innocent, police are corrupt as shit, like they're never gonna do anything right, like I was on that type of time back then, you know, even in my gut. So, because you got to remember, I came up with defense side people like Matt Sullivan, even Mothman. Matt Sullivan and Mothman were riding around for a little bit in 2022. So, like, I came from that level of thinking where, like, the police are stupid, they're compromised, like, you can't trust them. So, we're like, we'll trust somebody else that has nothing to do with it. So, like, that's where I give myself credit. You submitted to.
So this says, Alex, would you please explain the 922 tip you submitted to Kentucky law enforcement?
Let me see. I'll tell you the day of the tip. Hold on, I got it right here, bro. I'll find it on my shit right now, bro.
And anyone wants to leave a question, we'll do the ask me anything now.
Yeah,
So,
dude, I'm pretty bold, dude. I'm
ask me
upfront.
anything.
All right, so September here. September, I don't know if we get that. I'll hold it for a second. September 7, 2022, the gate killer, contract killer theory. That was the whole connecting Delphi to Stevenson's. As far as 922, let me tell you another UFO theory I have, Lisa. So the GTA 6 hacker, I sent him some stuff to hack because he's a better hacker than me. He had more access to shit, and he got caught, I think, shortly before that. So I think I had a suspicion when he got raided, and he had at that time he had Delphi, Stevenson shit on his computer. I think they might have. That's why the Orion system and shit. I think they plugged something in. They're like, "Hey, we just raided this kid in the hotel. He was hacking. This is weird. Like, yeah, he was hacking Rockstar Games, whatever, but he was also hacking for this other guy that we're keeping an eye on, and we're noticing he's trying to get into these accounts, this post on this site. So I think they plugged it in because what's weird is the post I asked him to hack, we're talking about a guy that used a gun only for compliance in March 2017. So I do suspect another UFO theory I have in my head is even in solo world, it doesn't have to be criminal underworld, is that that post was somebody trolling either Alan or somebody that knew whatever on that fucking forum that I asked that GTA 6 hacker to hack. And that's why I told him. Let me see the data when I told him. Hold on, I guarantee it's before 9/22. And hold on, I know people remember that from that time. Hold on, let me see this shit. Fall equinox. I'm gonna find this motherfucker. Dude, if it's before fall 2022, like September 22, I'm gonna lose it, bro. Fall equinox. Curse up. Seems. All right, let's see. Blah blah blah. Oh, it was September 19th, bro. Fuck, dude. He was arrested, bro. Oh, fuck, bro. Dude, it might have been that, dude. It might have been the GTA 6 hacker. It might have got Alan arrested on accident, bro. I'm not even kidding. What is Alex's thoughts on the BG video being created with software? Yeah, I mean, that implies criminal. I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Like, the thing with me, dude, when I came in, I'll be blunt, and even me and Prof talked about it. Like, we didn't trust any of the crime flow, crime scene bullshit. Like, we're like, fuck that, dude. Like, it's gotten nobody anywhere. So fuck that. But
Yeah, the timeline, the
like, what good does it
Snapchat
do?
image,
From
the
what we know,
video,
yeah,
all of it. Yeah.
it doesn't do anything. But shit, dude. Yeah, my mind's kind of blown today, dude. I think that theory might be right, dude. I will. I've sent Prof that post that I think led to Alan's arrest, but it did lead to the gate killer, Stevenson's bullshit, so I think PWX started. Here's the thing, I'll just be blunt, dude. Like Hannah Shakespeare told me, and she's very, very wise, dude. She said, meth is the main thing, and the Odinism would be along for the ride.
Yes,
Which makes sense because,
is
yeah,
brilliant, y'all. Hannah.
bro.
Yeah.
And just to say, Julie Skip, Michael Osbrook, after I did what I did, dude, I got so many angry phone calls, but like, yeah, Hannah Shakespeare, she called me if she chewed my ass out, but it's like, you respect it, dude, because I've seen old people, they're like, I wish I had my mom and dad still around to scold me, or it's like one of those moments, you're like, you do appreciate it. But yeah, God bless her, dude. She made shit right, but yeah, sometimes you need to hear it, it's like, hey, that shit was wrong, this is why it was wrong. I don't care, like, this is what's gonna happen if you keep doing that shit. And dude, I've had so many moments in Delphi where I've done some crazy shit, and then people call. It's like a parent-teacher conference. Like I get phone calls or whatever. It's pretty funny, but I will say, yeah, being able to de-escalate. You don't have to be a pussy, dude. You don't have to apologize for what you did or what you said, but you have to kind of head nod, like, hey, this isn't gonna escalate. Hey, it's not prolonged torture, basically, and then it will back off. But said 2 unknown DNAs, phones unknown. I'd make them prove this. Yeah, dude, they should prove it. But BP State had several phones, bro. Like that's why I've been heavy on all Klein shit, on some UFO shit, non solo world shit. Like Prof, I showed you the Stevenson's grandkid shit. That to me is all Klein shit. So it's like Klein's arrested, somebody else after the fact doing similar shit. Forget the escort, extortion shit. Like this is like creepy, all Klein shit. And that's
hey,
why I went on
honestly,
Cryptex and said, like, when you see the Hannah Shakespeare interview, Max Shakespeare is talking about
I
other. Yeah, other people hitting up Libby that weren't Keegan Klein. And then the promise not to tell book, the phone wiping, that is all Klein territory. Could be Klein, whatever, it mixes, dude. And like, dude, yeah, I will say I talked to wife Lilith and we really hammered out a lot of shit. Like the Serbian chick, all Klein stuff, even stuff like,
And I
we
am
can't talk about everything, but like, yeah, she's pretty fucking wise, dude. She's a real one, dude. And I will
I'm
have to
big
say
on,
thank you for protecting her, Noe too, and thank you for introducing me. And I'm glad you guys fucking scoped me out and like you're like, yeah, he's not perfect, but he's not ISP, he's not involved, he's just stupid. At times are fucking arrogant, but he's not like we know where he's coming from, but yeah, thank you for that because it really was fruitful, dude, for sure. But
yeah, and
yeah,
I
solo
I'm
world or not, dude, this shit's gonna get hammered through, dude. All those little nails that stick out are gonna get hammered out, solo or not, dude. So it's a good time, but yeah, so here's the truth, dude. I'll just say it flat out. Solo world or not, and we've all been wrong. We've all fucked up. Even Great, I know you mentioned Great Hughes earlier. Everybody's done work. Like I've appreciated some of the work he's done, you've done. Not everybody's fucked up, whatever, made mistakes, said stupid shit, been totally wrong. But even in that, dude, the community as a whole, dude, it's like an entity. Like, it is like one of those things, like I said, it's so uncool, it circles back to cool, dude, where it gets recognition. It's like so low brow, it circles back to highbrow, and I really do like that because it is like a redemption arc, forgiveness arc, and yeah, that's how I view the community, man, for sure. But man, where was I going with that? With before
I
that
don't
with
know. I
Gray
was
Hughes.
gonna say Klein.
Oh yeah, dude, I do. I hate to say, I do think we should stick together after, dude. Like I said, like I talked with Tobar making a Delphi Voltron because I do think there is a certain level of like not only fear that comes with the community, but like um it's like an amalgamation. It's just like a moving blob that like it's alien. It's alien, So like, for instance, like I've threatened Roberts, you, Julie, Skip, Aspera, who else? Everything, Luis, and then like later on collab with them, whatever, and then you scare whoever you go after, you fucking they're like, oh, I don't want any of that. That's too much, dude. That's like too high oscillation. That's like too toxic. Like I've never seen that before. That's too much, dude. Like I do think if there's a future cold case down the road, yeah, like we call jump on it, dude, and like this is a huge concern after. Let's say the case is solo, boring, whatever. Let's say it's not. Let's say it's criminal underworld, but they're marketing it as solo, boring, whatever it's done. The risk for suicide after conviction is high, dude. Like, so we can't let our veterans down, dude. So like defense side, prosecution side, dude, like, dude, we could take this shit to some highbrow places, what I'm saying, dude. We really can, man. Like we could go fuck up some other communities, like, and throw weight around, dude. Like everybody doesn't have to get along, and we've all tried to throw each other in jail. We've all like snitched on each other, threatened each other, and it's like a toxic relationship, dude. It's like high value, high octane. So like the party doesn't have to stop. We could fucking we could really move mountains elsewhere. I think and I think the shit is special, dude. It is historical. It is unique, and
and there's bigger things too. That's see what I would want to do is like we could move up, not sideways. We
yeah,
can.
we could, dude, for real. And dude, I mean, I hate to say this to you, Prof, but there may be a day, Prof, where Patty is fucking thanking you and a fan of you, dude. I'm not even kidding, bro, because it happened with me, dude. It happened with me, bro, and it's happened with a lot of other people,
Oh,
dude. And
listen.
it's like,
Here's my opinion. All I care about is the truth about what happened to those girls. So if
well,
that's
that's what they said. They said, where did I forgot where I read it. It was some bullshit, but they said sometimes today it's about authenticity and like being a vibe, like because people's attention spans are so short. So like if you're a vibe in the moment, you're like authentic, you're real. Even if you're wrong, you're real with what you are and believe. People respect it. You know, that's how I have respect for like Snay or Raffy or Joe or even Four Pits if they hate my guts or
Well,
Boy
it's the
Cox when he
authenticity.
pissed me off.
Yes, it's the realness.
Yeah, because when you know when people are being deceptive, dude, like I've made this analogy to other chicks and shit. It's like when people uncover that you were cheating and scheming on them, they get so pissed. But in my experience, when you tell them up front, like, yeah, I'm talking to this person, and this is what happened, I'm talking to that, they're not as mad, dude, because like it's like less deception. So the less deception, the better. So if you're real upfront with people, you know, people respect it. But even if like you're doing shit that is against their wishes, you know,
Look,
because they
there's a
know
question
they,
here.
yeah.
Lambert says, "I already know the answer to this. So, has anyone from the troll farm asked you to do hacking work for them?"
I do have to answer you like, yes, they have what you consider the troll farm. On other cases, though, dude, I can't say much. I do have on other cases, like this year, dude, I was asked to come out of retirement and hack some shit, and I did hack it. I did get in their Instagram, Facebook, and I have this a dead victim. I still have their Instagram, Facebook on my phone. Because you gotta remember, I deleted my Facebook, Instagram last year because I didn't want any like heat from Delphi or whatever. And when I snoop on people, Facebook or Instagram, I'm using a dead guy's account. So he's been dead for a while, but like I was thinking it would be so funny if I like threatened some not even threatened, but talk to some anybody I want to spook. You talk to them on like a dead guy's account, it's um
That would be
like a
weird.
ghost, bro.
But you know, I'll answer it even more for because I know what that person is getting at is look, many people have asked Alex to fuck with me in that way.
Oh yeah, they have. I wouldn't do it.
I mean,
It's like
there's no doubt.
seeing authenticity. If you can see person fucks up and you see the core of their soul. Same with Raffy, dude. He's always, you know, going off on me every now and then. Other people too. When you can see their core like being, their intentions, like what they are, then they're not like you understand basically. You're not as mad if they fuck up, you know, and it does pay. It's like long-term pattern recognition. So somebody can fuck with you in the moment, whatever. But like, if you know where their heart is and where they're going and what they've done in the past type of shit, you kind of gauge like what you're dealing with, you know? Because there is some people that are malicious that just want to harvest your soul basically for an ego boost, and those type of people you do have to eradicate, you know?
Yeah, and they
But
usually go at it though for like a year or two,
exactly.
not once. But look here,
Usually, yeah, I've noticed in my experience, good people let up event like in a short duration. The most evil, malicious fucks will go on till the end of time. They want you like,
we have some of those. Uh, Kayla
yeah.
says, "What of Rafi's latest information does Alex know to be true, such as a conversation about Richard Allen sitting on a bench waiting for a meeting and no one showed up?"
I mean, that could be true, but let me tell you something about Rafi, dude. He said, what did he say that was ended up being proven right? He said the hodgepodging of rituals. So he said different crimes, like he's like Lester Crowley here, Onism here, Wiccan here. You know, they're fucking
That's exactly what I see, and I mentioned that before. That
yeah.
with the way I put it was kind of disrespectful, but basically I said you're dealing with a bunch of retards who are all making up their own belief, their own version of a cult. So you have a couple retards and a couple other retards and a couple other retards, and so you put it all together. It's like a hodgepodge
Yeah.
of occult shit.
But let me tell you something, man. Like I hate to sound cringe and shit, but like yeah, that 48 laws of power when they said like convert a enemy into your friend, they'll be like your best ally. Like it is true, man, because like even me and Luis and other people, you know, Mark Roberts, shit like that, like if you if you're authentic and like you know you're smart about shit, you're not so you don't forget the past or whatever, but you like you're realistic with the situation and what's happened before everybody is whatever. Um yeah, you got like a friend for life, dude. You got like a real one, because you know what to expect, you know what's happening, like you see more of their soul, dude. You've seen their like dark part of their
Well,
soul,
yeah,
so like,
you
yeah.
decide that you're gonna want to deal with that person as who they are, and that's like I said, that's how I can move on. Oh, look, this one is Richard Allen was waiting and looking for bridge guy under the north end of the bridge, where he was on a platform landing looking for his cue. I don't know.
Hey, Prof, I do have a story I want to tell. You ready? It's a
Sure.
good one. So, I'll just say it flat out. I've told Rafi this story. He's probably the last person I told the story full out, right? So, Beth Stevenson, dude, I was trying to get her attention. I was into true crime, and this has to do with Delphi later on. It's gonna trip you out. So, 2022, hit her up, trend to fire interview. She thanked me. She seemed short, like she wanted me to fuck off, right? Respect it. If a family doesn't want to talk, you gotta respect it, no matter what. So like I told her, hey, I talk about your parents in this interview, this, and she's all, thank you, thumbs up. But I came again September 2022, showed her the guy that said, oh, I know who killed your parents. She was very brief, short, like, no, I don't know who that is, blah blah. Wasn't curious. So it's like over time, the pattern of I tell her stuff, she doesn't give a shit, started registering in my head. Then Coy Cox and Kentucky, they released a press release, right? Hold on, this shit's getting loud. I gotta close the door. This is a good one. So, and you gotta remember, I told Rafi this shit as it happened and other people. So, they did a condo killing podcast and they deleted it now, but they were saying that they suspected CJ of being involved, like opening the door. Her husband, CJ, right? So I'm on Twitter. I'm seeing Beth Stevenson. I'm seeing her talk shit about CJ, regret getting married, all this shit. I'm seeing condo killing with Coy Cox talk about they suspect someone close to the Stevensons that let people in. They think it's a hit, blah, blah, blah. So me and Inquisitor all year, we think it's CJ. It's CJ. It's probably only CJ. He had access to CJ, not CJ, cold case. The CJ we're talking about CJ Victor, the CJ that Beth knows, right? So CJ, we're like ready to get him, dude. It's like a prison jail yard, like you're ready to shank somebody. You're like, I'm gonna get that fucking CJ. I know he has something to do with it, right? So late August 2023, I hit up Beth Stevenson. I'm like, hey, hope you're doing all right, blah blah blah. She reads it, no answer. And I'm like, hey, can I talk to CJ Victor, but by any chance, like, I need to talk to him, right? And she reads it, whatever. I like lose it on her, dude, because you gotta remember, I have years of like her dismissing. Anytime I'm like, hey, I did work for your parents, I did this, I did that. They're like, okay, blah blah blah, get the fuck out of here, blah blah. So I like had it with this chick, right? I like lose it on her, dude. I'm like, dude, I said I will fucking kill CJ. And you gotta remember, dude, on her Twitter, she's talking how she wants to divorce CJ, regrets being with him, and I'm like, that's your husband that found your fucking parents' crazy fucking crime scene. How could you like do that to him and want him gone, not want anything to do with him, want to divorce him? How could you like to somebody that took that much trauma for your parents? How can you go on Twitter and say, I want to fucking divorce you, I regret marrying you? And he's a criminal defense attorney, so I'm like, how tapped in is he? Where he fucking like he got involved in some bad shit, being a defense attorney or whatever, because that happens. So like I lost it on her and I'm like, I'll fucking crucify his ass and you could think yourself for what's gonna happen, blah blah blah, buckle up, blah blah blah. She calls Coy Cox running, snitching on me. Oh, he said he's gonna crucify CJ, and then Coy Cox calls me. Here's where the Delphi part comes in, which is a little weird because it could be whatever. He told me basically, I said, dude, did I have something to do with Rich Allen getting arrested? And he laughed. He's all, yeah. He's like, I sent that info to ISP, bro. And it's like, I fucking knew. And he was laughing. I'm like, we talked for a little bit. I said I had drug problems and that I'm more psychic than I am hacker. And he agreed. And I said he was part psychic. And that's the thing. He could be bullshitting. It could be bullshit. I do account for that. But so I told everybody, like, all the people I was rolling with at the time, and they knew who they are. I said, I showed him, I threatened even Dawn, even Rafi, everybody at the time. Like, I threatened CJ to kill him. And I said, who knows what's going to happen with that? Shows up in a press release like 2 months later. And they use a lot of the verbatim, the verbiage that I used in my threats towards CJ. Like, oh, it's been 12 years, blah, blah, shit like that. So I was aggressive. She like left the DM. I showed you and Noe this, I think. I definitely sent it to Noe. But the thing with that, to me, it was like, I did think, fuck, I do think I did lead to Alan's arrest on accident, even though I didn't know who he was. Just because I was thinking different, dude. I was doing different shit. But even so, I do think, yeah, there's shit that needs to be addressed in games that have been played. But man, where was I going with that for the best Stevenson shit? So, that is why I don't get so hard on people that are considered family bashers, because I have been there. Like you, Joe, and Rafi, let's be honest, are considered family bashers. And it's like, well, I've been there before and I got results. Like, and I'm sure if you ask them in their own way, they've gotten results. But like, it's not a good place to be. Like, the sad thing with true crime, dude, like Dan said, you have to have experienced some dark shit in your life where it is like a coping therapy shit, and people will be like, well, you shouldn't even you shouldn't even be doing this if you feel like you shouldn't even be, if you're family bashing, whatever. But it's like, dude, why am I getting better results than a lot of
Okay.
other people?
Yeah.
Because I've been there. I've been schizo. I've been depressed. I've been in dark times. And, I'll be the one to do what nobody else will
Well,
do
look,
in
I'll
that
be
time,
called a family basher because it's bullshit. Because I'm a family questioner. I have questions, okay, and I'm okay having questions. And if someone wants to call that and gaslight me and say that's bashing, if questioning is bashing, then that's the answer that's the answer for me. Then fuck you. That's like paranoia. Because if you have nothing to hide, nothing to lose, then how am I bashing? Like, a basher is going to get on and say, Kelsey German killed those kids. She's a fucking murderer. That's a family basher. Okay. I say
I've
Kelsey
done that shit for
German
sure.
has
Yeah.
made some very fucking strange and inconsistent statements. That's family questioning. There's a
Well,
difference.
even in that, when you get to the core of that, what do you suspect? Besides hiding families here, you suspect criminal underworld, don't you?
I suspect that there's that they know something
Yeah.
that is not out here that we don't know, and they're hiding it. So I
I'm a bold
believe
motherfucker, dude. I'll say this, dude. Patty's been good to me. I don't talk with them. I don't like talking with family at all. And but they've been good to me, dude. They are good people. I know not everybody agrees, but even Beth Stevenson, she's a good person.
they may know exactly what happened and that it involved this criminal underworld, and
And
they just
same with Kathy and other people. It's like, when it comes to that, you got to be careful, dude. It's like a minefield, because you're like, yeah, I may blow this shit up, but like, it may have had the answers if I didn't blow it up, or it may have been the wrong thing to attack. So I do move carefully, but it's sad, dude, and it's true. That Curtis Huff, the Ruth Hott, her widow, who he killed and stole her money ATM, she's like the closest one I've been with, Jean Wagner. And she's a lesbian old lady, but she's legit, dude. And when I was in LA, I was raised by like lesbian. I had lesbian aunts. One worked for Disney, one worked for Coke. But yeah, some of them being around lesbians, or even, dude, I hate to say it, being around lesbians or gays, dude, it gives you like really good taste, really good pattern recognition, dude. For whatever fucking reason, dude. Like, do you see that movie, The Imitation Game, or the whatever the fuck it's called, Cumberbatch, where the gay guy invented the computer? Like, dude, some gay people, lesbian people, dude, they have like pattern recognition. Like, you wouldn't fucking believe, dude, for whatever reason. But yeah, I do like hanging out with those people for sure, dude. Like, it's good to have them on your team, bro. Don't fucking discount them, bro. But like, man, where was I going with that?
was
Who
talking
did I say
about
was lesbian?
gays, but yeah.
Who did I say was lesbian? I forgot.
Look,
I was calling someone gay or lesbian. I can't remember,
it
dude. I
says,
went back.
do any of you guys ever think that this was a group for monetary gain? Mike and Becky have both had relatives leave them an inheritance.
Yeah, I think their financial
Becky
situation
booked
was
their
good, dude.
It was good. I guess the question here is it's something that I was speculating on last night, which was this possibly an abduction where there was a kidnapping of Libby for monetary gain, and that there was some
I
ransom.
mean, it could have been, but here's the sorry about that. Here's the thing, dude. Even in my experience, dude, victims' family, I don't like talking about them that much, to be honest. Just out of I know how shit goes out, but it's like the aggressors I've seen, like if I'll just be blunt, people threatening Richard Allen before arrest and shit like that, they have far more money than the Patties. So when you kind of put two and two together, even if you could hate the Patties, you could hate Anna Williams. When you put two and two together, like, hey, the person threatening Richard Allen before arrest, they kind of have like 10 times the money of the fucking Patties or whatever. You start to put things together, and you're like, let's say you hate the Patties. You're like, the Patties suck. Anna Williams sucks. Carrie Timmons, you hate them. You hate all of them, right? Like, you're like, scumbag, scumbag, scumbag. Whatever. That's what you think. When you see, like, another fish that's, like, 10 times more, you're like, fuck, dude. More money, more scumbag. You're like, fuck, dude. Like it really does put things into perspective, So, that's how I feel about things, But,
Well, it tells me there's multiple powerful people involved in this entire thing, and that's the strange thing because I remember what attracted me to Delphi. It's sort of something I don't talk about often because it's sort of on the woo psychic side, but the initial thing obviously was a bridge guy video. Okay, the bridge guy video was intriguing, and then over the years I continuously had these sort of spiritual moments around the case, and it gradually escalated to the point where I felt strong enough to kind of become an advocate for the truth about what happened to the girls. So it was never anything that I wanted to do. Um,
yeah. And
but
you, dude, you're like me, dude. I could tell, like, even that's why you and Wife Loaf know you got that psychic buzz. Like, I could tell, dude, bro. And there's a couple people I could tell, but like, there is psychic undercurrents to this case, like heavy, 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 heavy.
but it tells me there's like spiritual connotations, I guess, because I feel like those spiritual vibes or psychic vibes,
Yeah.
I don't think they would come through if it was a nothing burger. I almost feel like it is like Doug Carter once said, it
Yeah,
was
someone made it that way. Yeah, somebody forced it to be a spiritual
evil,
honeypot.
good, spiritual,
Yeah.
all of those terms. It's like it's that way, and that's why I guess I was eventually led to
Hey,
do it.
Prof, I haven't seen the chat. Has Joe Luis been in the chat?
Joe Lewis, yes,
Yeah,
he's in
yeah.
there. Look, he's in there now, I believe.
Hey, I'll go on your show soon, Joe Lewis. We do agree on a lot of shit. I know we got mutual, so I will go on soon. You know me, dude. I could take the heat, bro. Either way, bro. So like, we got to go on, bro, dude. Like, I've talked with his mutuals before about going on a show to push it forward as far as fleshing out, debunking any criminal underworld shit, because that's all there really is left to do if you don't accept solo underworld shit. So like. Yeah, I should go on there, man. I think I need to go on there. I'm brave. He's brave. You're brave. Like everybody knows. So like, yeah, I'll
We
go
all
on
feel
there,
how we
man.
feel. Yeah.
When Joe Luis had that fucking Michael Phillips stream, that was fucking legit as fuck, dude. I love that. Dude, Michael Phillips, dude, when me and him used to talk, dude, that shit was sick, dude. That shit was sick. Yeah, dude. It was a while ago,
Someone
man.
asked about Roblox, or
Yeah, Roblox is suspicious, dude. That fits
yeah.
into the whole Alt Klein, Stevenson's grandkid, Dawn with leaker, RA
Let me
concealment,
find that
bullshit,
again. You can
Snapchat,
talk
like
about
it all goes into that same shit, bro.
yeah, the games. I think that using those games as a surreptitious backdoor chat
Yeah.
was very prevalent, and it still is. It still
It
is.
was, dude. And here's the thing, bro. Like, With me, dude, everybody knows me. I've been freaky, whatever. It's like, I've been creepy, what is it? Rough around the edges, menacing, whatever. It's like police that hate Delphi have scammed me, and people that hate me have scammed me, and it's like, they've seen my soul, dude. I'm not a pedophile. You see me, dude. I'm banging older women and shit. It's like, people know my soul, dude. I ain't perfect, but I ain't none of that, bro. So it's like, bro, dude, it's like, no matter what it is, we're gonna get to the bottom of it for sure, dude.
That's all I care
Yeah.
about. I don't care about all the stupid shit. But I'm
But yeah,
trying to.
Prof, dude, we should do this once a week as trial goes on. I guarantee some shit's gonna spike up. We're gonna have to hammer it out, but yeah, it's been a real good fucking stream, man. It's been legendary, dude. This is one of my happiest streams I've done, dude. I swear to
Thanks for
God,
being
dude.
here.
It's
Yeah.
historical, dude. Next time, hopefully, we get Noe on here, or God forbid, one day, dude. Love her, fucking wife Lilith or Sakoke. Get one of them on. But it's been fucking good, man. But hell yeah, dude.
I'm looking for some questions. No one's asking questions, but I'm just gradually looking. Okay, here's Joe Lewis. He says, "What's your association to Mikey Hartman?"
I don't know Mikey Hartman, but I will figure that shit out for you, Crime Knight. Dude, Crime Knight, dude, I didn't like him at first. He knows I didn't. And, we have mutuals explain the situation and both of it. Like, he's a good dude, man. I'll say he's a good dude. He's not perfect, but he's, sometimes when you can see a person's soul, dude, you, like, even if they've fucking pissed you off, they're a good person. So, like,
All right, let's see what we got here. You have to have studied the arcane. These are witches and warlocks. There's all that vibe.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see. I think we've heard that story from two aspects from Alex. If that makes sense, I still need a translator.
Which story?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, Lisa, tell me what's up. I'll
Let's
fucking tell you the story.
It is statistically significant that murders are mostly related to victims. There's a percentage of that. Okay, ISP needs someone like Sheriff Grady Judd.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
He's badass. When asked about the death penalty electric chair, he said he supported the electric bench. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, come in.
Okay, so.
Oh, what's going on? You want to come in?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, what's
I
up,
was
bro?
being sarcastic when I said family bashing. I know, I caught your sarcastic comment. I agree with family questions. After all, a family member is involved in the majority of cases.
As a true crimer, dude, like I'm always fishy at family, but like it's like what you say publicly that really affects. So like in a lot of cases, dude, true crime cases, you could talk shit about family behind the scenes, but it's like don't go public with that shit. They're gonna fucking. It's like an extra disrespect if you go public,
Well, I don't care because the way I do things, everything is on the surface. Okay, so everything that I'll talk about here, I'll talk about with you on the phone. I'm not. I don't hide.
Yeah, that's true. It's good. Yeah, that's what is it? Authenticity shit. I was talking
about.
When
I say I have questions about the family, that's all they are. Questions that I would like answered with clarity. But
bro, let me tell you, from my short time on the shit, dude, it's like I'll be bold as fuck right now, dude. It's like I've gone into it with the Becky Patties and everybody else, all the victims' family. I've gone into it. Man, who else was I gonna mention? It's just like gut feeling. There's a sense there's a bigger fish, like terrifying them. Even Alan's family, bigger fish. If we're going in that territory,
well, that's what I think exactly.
Scaring the fuck out of them. So they're not perfect. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not perfect. They're not perfect. Whatever.
But here's my announcement. Then say so. Say there's a bigger fish. Relieve the public's concerns because the public doesn't understand or know how to interpret what they're seeing, which is deception and despair and confusion.
Yeah, scrambling. Yeah, we want shit to be resolved for sure, dude. But they are. It does. That's what is irritating about if you're in the UFO criminal underworld side. It's like they're protecting somebody that's still alive that is watching things that are like don't say this, Don't say that. Don't say this. Don't say that. Don't mention my name. Don't mention my name. And you're like, fuck this, bro. Who the fuck is this? Why are you guys acting like this? Like, who the fuck is it? Who's changing the sketches? Who's saying Siemens is not connected, nothing happened, and they're saying, oh, yeah, but it is important, blah, blah. Oh, nothing happened, blah, blah. It's like, dude, who's protecting Dawn? Who's protecting Dawn? Who's protecting all the bullshit? Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, that's where the anger comes. Like, even with, if you hate Becky Patty, it's like, who's protecting, let's say I hated Becky Patty at this moment. It's like, who's protecting Becky Patty in the scenario? Who's protecting it? That's higher up. Who's protecting it? And it's probably the same people that were threatening Richard Allen before arrest. I could guarantee it, if that's the thing, you know.
There you
So
go. There you go.
yeah.
Powerful people.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know about this, Alex? The down.
Yeah, I do know that was fishy, dude. Roblox is fishy, bro.
What
So
is
like,
the
I do
down the
think,
hill
yeah,
Roblox game?
it's a legit thing, dude. But
Can you send it to me, Jennifer?
yeah, Jennifer, yeah, send it over. But dude, we gotta do these once every week, dude, because we're getting real shit done. This is like, I swear to God, dude, this shit right now is historical. It's one of the best streams I've fucking done. I gotta get on with Joe, dude. Who
Joe
warned you
says,
about
"Who
me?
warned you
Text
about
you.
me? Someone texted you that I was on."
A mutual. It was nice. They talk nice about you. But Crime Night, I will hit you up. We got to get on. We got to talk some shit, dude. For real.
Email Joe, and
Alex,
you
have you
guys
heard?
can.
Yeah, dude, that Busta Nut Hernandez was sketchy as fuck, dude. We'll
What
get
did I
you
skip
home.
over? Did I? Oh, yeah.
Trim
Do you
Rivers, Alex, have you heard of? Yeah, I have, dude. He was doing weird extortion, dude. It was weird. That's what I'm saying, dude. Everybody that's criminal underworld shit, no matter what. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Alex Azrael and speaks in
Okay,
peace.
here's
Yeah,
Kayla.
hell yeah, dude.
I don't know what you're reading, but Kayla says,
Hey, dude, where's Alex Evans? Dude, ask Dawn, dude, because I've been RA defender low key in the past, but like I'm more like concepts over people, but like concepts over people, dude. Dawn needs to answer what the fuck she's been doing, bro. And police need to answer why the fuck do you not question Dawn, dude? How do you not question a person new RA before arrest, dude? Like, are you sextorted? Were you doing some gay butthole pineapple shit and you don't want anybody to know? You're ashamed of it? You don't want your wife knowing you cheated? That's why you answer to the almighty fucking Dawn? Are you a pedo? Are you a pedo? Like Judge Faust, Judge Diner, supposedly? Like, is that why you're afraid and this shit's going the way it's going? Like, answer the fucking question. Answer the fucking question. Debunk it. And then we'll see what happens. But
"The only
yeah,
way
Joe Luis, I will go on your shit, bro.
evil
Bring
to
evil.
light is."
Yeah, hell yeah, Sandy D. You gotta speak up about it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. But
So
shit, Prop, I gotta go piss so fucking bad, dude. My bladder's running. It was so we gotta do this once a week, dude. We cover so much. It's so good when like the most extreme of either side is like it's been so fruitful, dude. We gotta get Noe, Wife Lola, Sakoki on here later. Maybe even Adrian, dude. Like, dude, it's been so goddamn good, dude. Like, man, it's been a good one, bro.
all right. Well, look, let me see here what I'm looking at in case there's any other smashers. No, there's no more questions. So yeah. So good night, and thanks for dropping
Hell
in.
yeah. Dude, I gotta go on. Joe Luis is next, bro, and I could tell we're gonna hit a few bangers over there, bro, for sure, bro. Cause you know, in a way, I feel like deceived and wronged in a lot of ways that you guys have. And when you get, like I said, dude, like a lot of the hardcore RA bashers crucify RA, and RA is innocent. We need to save RA. There comes a point, circles around, where it gets to the same point where like there's unfinished business, you know. So like that's why we get along so well, you know, for sure. So like, bro, it was a good one. Thank you for this, dude. It was fucking story. I'm so proud of this moment, bro. Thank you so much, Prof.
All
Hell
right,
yeah,
great. Good to see you. Good night, everyone.
hell
Please
yeah.
thank
Good night,
Alex
man.
as he leaves. Please thank Alex in the chat.
Thank all you guys, man, for
All
real.
right, Alex Voorhies comes clean. All right, talk to you later.
Later. Peace out, people. Hell yeah. All right, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Voorhees comes clean for the Prof True Crime audience. We thank you all for listening and for being patient with Alex and you know, listening to what he has to say. Now, Jennifer said, "Do you know what I'm talking about with the Roblox down the hill?" No, I don't, but maybe someone will send it to me. I don't know if anyone has that, but I would love to see it. It's interesting, and Sandy agrees that it's nice to have confirmation. Let's see. So, yeah, guys, it's gotten late, hasn't it? So we went a bit longer than I thought, but I'm glad that we got to cover a lot of ground there. And thank you, Ron, for joining the chat here. It's good to see you here. I see you elsewhere. It's good to see you here. All right. So for those who recognize patterns in energy, check out the Marquis de Sade, arrested February 13th, 1777. Okay. Thanks. Great live. Glad I could catch it. Take care, Alex and Prof. I got to leave. Take care, chat. All right. You guys are thanking Alex. Thanks. Also, please hit the like before we end the show. Please take the time. Do it now. Hit the like. If you want to contribute to the channel, remember that we have Cash App. We have, what is it? Buy Me a Coffee. We have a little merchandise. We have super chats. We have all the ways to support. And also, if you're on the replay, please, please, please we don't take it lightly when you comment. I love the comments. So if all you do is contribute to the channel by leaving a comment down below on the replay, I really appreciate that. I love seeing them come in throughout the day during my week. And so when you leave a comment, I really appreciate it. I always make sure to love or like every comment to let you know that I've seen it. And I really do appreciate all the conversation in the comment section on the replays. So if you're on the replay, please hit the comment section to let us know you were here. All right. And with that, we'll thank everyone who was here in the chat tonight, and see if any last statements here. All right. It was a game graphic made about down the hill, but it's like cartoon characters. Well, you know, the way Roblox works is that anyone can make those little games. So it'll be great. I hope that I get to see some screen record of it. All right. Crime Night, Joe Lewis says, see you, Alex. Ron says, thank you. We're all having fun, Prof, says Chevy Killer. K West says, damn, just got up at 6:25 a.m. You're on the other side of the world. All right. I really don't know. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it, and it came out maybe right after the murders. Yeah, well, anyone can make that. You know, I don't know if it's necessarily suspicious that someone made it, because anyone could make it. Gray Hughes has made it 1,000 times on his show. Nothing much, says Noe. I'm here playing guitar in downtown Wabash. At this hour? Be careful, Noe. Don't get shot, robbed, or anything else, Noe. All right. Yeah, but thanks for being here, Noe. Kayla, good night to you. Good night to Joe Lewis, Crime Night. A lot of you have questions. Let's see. All right, so I will say goodnight now. We'll say goodnight to Chevy Killer, Carol, Sandy D, Lisa, Crime Night, TPH Victims, Noe Amos, Kayla, Westy, Paradox, Jennifer Dickerson, Fair Maiden Wins, Lisa, I already said Lisa, didn't I? Carol, Connie, who else was here? Let's see, Sandy, I said Sandy. Is a God Thing was here. Thank you, Is a God Thing. Who else we got here? So many names, so many. Everyone in the Lurker crew who has not joined the chat, thank you for being here as well in your lurk mode. And we see Fur Baby Daddy. And who else? Swade Smith. All right, I've gone back quite a ways, and those are most of the names that I've seen. If I missed you, I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, Rick H from Rick H from the other side of the world was here. And anyone else I missed, thanks for being here. And thanks to my guest, Alex, for being here. And anyone else who was here earlier, like Lambert Coe, Bobby Smith, and all the fellas, Tammy Martin. I know Frenchie6290 was here. A whole bunch of regulars were here. I'd like to thank them as well. And if you want me to shout you out before we leave, type your name in the, or leave a comment immediately in the chat, and I'll do so. Oh, yeah, Nobody Nothing. There you go. Nobody Nothing's here. All right. Joining a little late. And anyone else who was here, thank you for being here. I truly love you. I truly appreciate you. And hey, all we can do is be better with each other. We can listen to each other. We can be real with each other, love each other, and love your kids, love your wife, your husbands too. They deserve it. And all your friends and everyone else. And just take care of each other. And remember, the reason we are here is because we want to know, and we want the world to know, the truth about what happened to those victims in Delphi and the ones in Flora and the ones in Evansdale and everywhere else, that there's been these questionable circumstances. We want the truth. I'm especially thinking now about the young lady, what's her name? Kyra Boning. Thinking about her tonight for some reason. So Kyra Boning declared a suicide, but we don't necessarily believe that. But we miss them all. And yeah, we do miss Raffi. And Raffi, I know you're taking a break, but Raffi, get that break done and over with and come on back, okay? Anyhow, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you again. And until then, keep God in your hearts, okay? We'll see you later.
Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't lie. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Been waiting so patient, I'm going places, can't fake it. My heart is so cold, my energy is contagious. All the pain, I can't take it. I'm staying grounded and graceful, cause I know everything that I've been through only made me count my blessings daily. Yeah, they've been acting shady, but I don't take it personal. The memory's fading, I'm enjoying the moment. I've been smelling the roses, taking time to reflect, stepping back, the truth unfolding, unfolding. Got nothing to prove, cause I'm not the blow. I've been in the booth, speaking to my soul. You know that I'm true, either way it goes, way it goes, either way it goes. I cannot turn cold, staying on the low. I've been protecting my soul. If your intentions are not pure, I can't let you get too close, cause I'm vibrating high. Ain't got time for your ego, these niggas quit to turn their back. Acting like the amigos, they never cared in the shows. Wasn't with you at your lows, assuming that you gonna fold. But baby, I've been growing ever since I let you go. And I've been doing better, and I know that hurts to know. Hurts to know. Only good vibes around me, and that's for sure. Me good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Only need good vibes. Can't lie. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. You see me searching for my inner peace. I've been learning more about myself and my purpose. Truth always come to the surface. Was hurting, but I had to heal. Releasing all the pain that I always held. Been going through some changes, I'll make it still. Protecting my soul to keep it real. Only need good vibes, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes.